absolutely. And wonderful conditions here at John Ford Oval. Spectacular day here on the Murray. Massive crowd in.
Yes, isn't there? What? Big crowd.
It's close to 4,000 at the Wangaratta Derby last night. And I think we're going to go close to this again here. If not, might even tip a little bit more. They're getting a park. It's very tricky. There's silence here at the ground at the moment in respect of Craig Spencer. And that's it. Great to hear a siren back here at John Ford Oval. Fantastic to see that. A great day for the town, the community, and the people who put a lot of work in to get the Roos back on the ground. You can't hide the fact they're up against a wonderful opposition today, a side like Albury. But I reckon for just that amount of adrenaline rush that Lukey running through these players in the first 5 or 10 minutes, imagine if they can bang on that first goal. Won't that bring the crowd to their feet?
Wouldn't have what, Robbie? Yeah, that's right. They're up against a perennial powerhouse in the Albury Tigers. So straight off the bat, Dan, the Corowa Rutherglen Roos, well, they get a benchmark game, don't they?
Absolutely. They've got a fantastic opportunity now to just hit the ball. Don't think about all the outside noise and just get into it and play some footy, which is what they've been waiting to do for a whole year, Lukey. And much to everyone's doubts, they have done an amazing effort to get back and playing footy again.
That's it. Now, we had a couple of jumper changes, didn't we, Robbie? So originally Sam Dunstan and Nathan Dunstan. It's actually different to the record.
Yeah, it has changed. So if you've got the record here at the ground, Sam Dunstan, you'll see him down at full forward. He's in 31. His brother Nathan is in jumper number 39. Big fella on the ruck. You won't miss him. He's got the leg guard around his calf. And there was a couple other changes there too, Lukey. James Svark, he's in number 26.
That's right. We had a couple of blank spots too, didn't we, Robbie? So Bill Hanson's in 27 and Tyler Spencer in 11. So that's for the Corowa Rutherglen Roos. And the Tigers, as we believe, is as per the record, the game sheet, the critic.
And another one interesting player, great to see him in there, Lockie Tiziani. Actually, 10 years ago, he played in a seconds premiership for the Albury Tigers.
Yeah.
In the same side as Dougal Howard, would you believe? Yeah. All that 10 years ago. He's back in the Tigers, and the one for me is he left here as one of the best players. Fletcher Carroll back, absolute speedster. Didn't quite work out for him in the South Australian National Football League. We all know how good he is. We know how valuable he is. He is a massive in. And Jacob Conlon playing today too. So Conlon and Walker up forward.
That's it.
Oh, look out there. It's going to be it's going to be a tough day here for the Roos, but you never know.
Certainly is. Rightio, Dan, who are we having a look at, mate, closely on our 40 Wing stat sheet?
Thank you, Luke. You're doing it for 40 Winks, serious about sleep. So for Corowa Rutherglen, Jed Longmire, we're taking his numbers. Joe Hansen, the big ruckman who we mentioned before, 39. Nathan Dunstan, Scott Jansen, and Connor Leslie. And then over for Albury Tigers, none other, Fletcher Carroll, first game back in a year. Jackson Kelly as well. Anthony Miles. The Morris medalist Elliot Power, we're taking his numbers, and Jake Gaynor, we're taking his numbers.
Beautiful, Mr. Daniel Vaccaro. Rightio, it's time to head down to ground level and catch up with Sky Burgess. How are you going down there, Sky? What's the atmosphere like?
I am great. There is so many people down here. I don't think I've ever seen this many people down at Corowa Rutherglen, so it's absolutely amazing to see. It's a perfect day for it. It's 31 degrees, so the boys might feel the pinch of the heat and the sun bearing down on them today. There's no clouds around, but the ground is in absolutely mint condition.
That's what I was about to ask, God. Does it feel as good as it looks from up here?
Absolutely.
Amazing.
It does, and I feel like it's been freshly watered. Like, it's not too hard either, considering how green and that it is. Tip-top for sure.
Sky the landscaper now, guys.
Well, we are so close to start. First quarter action, A-grade oils and batteries. Both sides moving into position. And it looks like kicking to the town end or the Bridge Road end will be Corowa Rutherglen. Big Nathan Dunstan in the ruck up against Isaac Muller. So the crowd's pretty well cleared off. All the runners and the trainers and the water boys, they're going to be busy today. We're all set for action here. And to kick things off, a man from Wagga is Lukey Francis.
Yeah, Robbie. So the Roos back from recess. It's now time for big lunch. We're set to go here at John Ford Oval on O&M Live. Muller versus Dunstan. in the ruck, and away we go. Muller with his first hands to it. Going through was Powell. Leslie over the top of the ball. Powell goes again. They have a good tussle for the ball, and the umpire is going to call for it. So just left of the centre on a warm day in Corowa. As we said, the atmosphere is spot on. Absolutely perfect for this clash. Round one. Over the back goes the ball. Spitting it out was Fletcher. Ends up with the Roos through Longmire. The name so synonymous with this town. But Byrne wins it across half back for the Tigers. Scrubby kick to Page, and then Page on a left foot sends it out towards centre wing on the far side. The Tigers going well through Tiziani. Gets the ball inside to Miles. Miles wants to come out broadcast side to Powell.
Powell has room. He might take a bounce. He decides he goes short. Target was Walker. Kick off the ground is okay. Nathan Dunstan gets hold of it. Shovels a handball. Matty Walker collects. Back to Elliot Power. Onto the left boot of O'Hara, who handballed. Matty Walker. Shot on goal. Touched on the line. Ooh. Last line of defence. Great work there by Ryan Ayres. And the Tigers are on the board. One behind. They lead Rutherglen. No score. And it'll be Lukey Francis taking up the action. Good start.
Beautiful start, Robbie. So here's Ryan Ayres. From that fullback position, try to get to his brother in Jordan Ayres. Ducks back inside. Well done. Got around a couple. Took a bounce. Regathers. Then off half back. The Roos are gone here. So brought to ground was Pernag. Tigers away through Jackson Kelly, the son of a gun. Misses to the right-hand side. In fact, it's gone out on the full. And we'll have a free kick here going the way of Forrest for the Roos.
Yeah, good start. Gee, they've found space already, the Albury Tigers. They're going to love this big, wide open space of the John Ford Oval, which is in magnificent condition. Nice little drop punt there from the central umpire. They'll go across the ground. The kick's okay. The Roos now, right in front of the scoreboard. They defend. Nicely there by Ryan Ayres, who's been involved early. Good work by Elliot Powell, fist on the ball. And it'll go out over the boundary line. Dan, early days for 40 Winks, inside 50s?
Yeah, inside 50 count now. The Corowa have had one entry, a really shallow one, but Albury really looking top shape. 2 inside 50s, 2 touches for Anthony Miles, and Elliot Power getting busy early on the 40 Winks stat sheet.
So right of centre wing here on the far side. Ball comes back into play. Muller tapped it down to his left. Page tried to get it out the back to Jake Gaynor. Well done. Evaded the tackle. Then a quick one to Powell. Then out the back to Miles. Miles chips it up inside 50. They go into that attacking zone. Forrest got a fist to it for the Roos. Morton came over the top. Going for home here, the Tigers. And that looks to be Tiziani. Yep, got it. So the Tigers on the board here. And they get the first through Lachlan. Tiziani. Down to you, Sky.
Yeah, that was just unbelievable, wasn't it? Corowa are just not quite picking up on that transitional play yet. Albury have switched it out and opened up the far side, and then when they've turned it over, they've been ready to go as well. So all their shots on goals have really just been from Corowa lagging and not quite getting on the Albury players enough.
Yeah, you're spot on, Sky. The territory battle's already Albury's in the opening 2 minutes. 3 inside 50s. Fletcher Carroll, Jackson Kelly, Anthony Miles, Powell and Gaynor all getting their hands on the footy early. So positive start for Albury. Corowa need to bite back here.
Positive start too for Lockie Tiziani in his return. Ignore the scoreboard if you see it now. It says Albury 1165 league Rutherglen North. Gaynor gets another touch, kicks the ball to half forward. Here's a chance here again, picked up here by Tiziani. Inside handball was beautiful to Fletcher Carroll. Over the top now, Jackson Kelly runs in an open goal and rams it home for the Tigers. They've got 2 in 30 seconds. They lead it 13-0. And that's on the steel line scoreboard. Danger signs here early days.
Yeah, that one there was really concerning. That was straight out of the midfield there. That was like circle work out of the midfield. So clearance work there and a great finish by Jackson Kelly. Looks to be an absolute gun, this guy. Almost as good as his old man, Lukey.
Absolutely, Dan. Yeah, for those who are tuning in, that is the son of the legend, Paul Kelly.
That's 4 inside.
Jackson.
Yeah, that's 4 inside 50s now for Albury. So starting to look really, really dangerous here for Corowa.
Yeah, wearing the 14 is Jackson, the number that Paul Kelly made so famous for the Sydney Swans. He's got a bronze statue out the front of the SCG. Now the Roos go forward through Nathan Dunstan to the Bridge Road end. Just inside 50, Duncan. Coming through, Tom O'Brien did nicely. And a short one to Powell and gets the hands off. So the Tigers linking up well off half-back. True centre wing on the far side. Jackson Kelly try to get one out to Cole behind a Hennessy. And back to Jones, and they move it wide here and out wide. In fact, that was McGrath back there. And then it's heading towards the boundary line here. Might be wrapped up. Yes, it is. We're going to have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, really good work there by Albury to work it out of their back line with next to no pressure from Corowa. So really got to be strong there. Elliot Powell early, 4 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet as well.
He looks like he might be playing a little bit off half-back flank too there, Elliot Powell. So they've just got that luxury to rotate those running players. There's an interchange bench busy already. Taken out of the ruck. There might have been a bit of a sling tackle.
Yeah.
Play on was a call. Muller grabbed it out of the ruck and handballed onto a teammate. And it might have been Charlie McGrath who was picked up and dumped. So ball up, half forward for the Tigers. Over the footy now was Hamish Gilmore and co. Fletcher Carroll's now working hard. Now it does come out. Here's Jackson Kelly. Gets another look at a quick hand. Superb. Fletcher Carroll. Pace the burn. Open goal. Bang. They've got 3. Tigers are on fire. Just 6 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Albury 3-1-19. They look electric. Lead the Roos yet to score. That is on the Steel Line scoreboard. And on the NZ time clock, 6 minutes gone. Sky Burgess down boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. They are on fire.
You are absolutely spot on. I'm literally looking at all the numbers, trying to keep a track of who's coming on, who's coming off. So it's 6 minutes and both teams have already had a few changes. So it just goes to show it's hot. They're trying to keep the boys rested.
Yeah, looking very dangerous here. 5 inside 50s to 2 in this opening quarter.
Yeah, off to a blinding start here, the yellow and black. Goals to Tiziani, Kelly and also Carroll. Ball back in the centre. It's at ground level. The umpire is going to call it.
Lukey, they just haven't had their hand on the ball.
That's it.
Rutherglen, I would say that they might have had 3 or 4 touches. That's about it.
That's it, Robbie. So Muller over the top to Power. Here they come again. The yellow and black going forward here to the arc of the 50 out wide. Conlon swings around onto that left foot. Gets it back into the pocket. At the back there was Walker. Knocked along the ground by Robinson. This is Morton. Over the top. They're in trouble now. The Roos are under a stack of pressure. And the umpire might ping them here. Ball comes out the back. Page up in the air. Johnston. Jesse Johnson quickly on the boot. Here's McGrath. It's going to be coming back in. Short chip kick wide. Conlon around the body. This might be their 4th. It is. They are off to a scintillating start here, the Albury Tigers. They've come to play, and at the moment they've got 4 on the board, Sky Burgess.
Yeah, Corowa really just need to do some damage control at this point. If they let them get any further, it's going to be an uphill battle. So they might need to quarter time to hurry up so they can regroup. Yeah,
completely dominating this contest, Albury. Even when Corowa get that outside of their back 50, Albury are set up absolutely perfect along their defensive 50, and they're clinical in front of goal. They have kicked 4 goals won now, so in a lot of trouble now, Corowa.
All 4 goals have been scored in the general field of play. We had 2 snapshots, 2 running goals. Muller won another tap. Now this time Nathan Dunstan slid a handball nicely. Jason Marks got a handball back now to Scott Jansen. Gets the ball towards half forward. Here's a bit of a go now for the Roos out 31. Out there was Sam Dunstan. Kicks it into half forward. Clever little knock on. Keeping the ball in well. Might have been a push there for the Tigers. The boundary line will win out, and it's going to be a boundary throw in. So deep into attack for Rutherglen. A rare entry inside forward 50, Luke Francis. They trail by 25 points. 8.5 minutes gone on the NZ time clock.
Rightio, Robbie, let's have a look out there. We're going to have another stoppage.
He's caught holding the ball.
Holding the ball, is it okay? So the Tigers to win it. It's through Unthank. Goes to Duncan. They're in their D50. At the moment, the Tigers. Now, here's the kick looking for Braden O'Hara. Just over Jordan Ayre's head. O'Hara tries to keep control of the footy. Now taps it to the advantage of Hillary, and they're away again, the Tigers. And Hillary has got more space than an astronaut. Now kicks it inside 50. Conlon down low. Couldn't quite take the mark. Ryan Ayres goes in. Roos at the bottom might be in trouble here. Nah. Umpire lets him off the hook.
The really important thing for Corowa back there in their forward 50 is they've got to fight tooth and nail to keep the ball locked up for as long as possible, which they haven't done this quarter at all from their 3 entries.
Ball up, half forward for the Tigers. They lead 25-0. Nathan Dunstan palmed it. Might have been one high there, but that'll go against Benny Kelly. And the free kick at half back. It's taken there by Billy Hanson. Billy Hanson nudges the ball midfield. A lot of Tigers around the ball. Good grab, though. Taken there by Jed Longmire. Thought about a handball. Not a lot of run going forward here for the Roos. Longmire goes to clubroom side of the ground. Hillary was underneath it. Got pushed underneath it. Ball goes out. Boundary throw in right in front of the packed club rooms. Kiosk side of the ground here. Tigers lead 25-0. 10 minutes gone for NZ.
Yeah, first turn brought to you by A-grade oils and batteries. OMFNL live team here in Corowa on a beautiful day.
Oh,
Leslie. Well, he got his head taken off and awarded the free kick. Hunthank just getting him around the chops. So here's their chance. Let's see what they can do here. Connor Leslie, one of their gun recruits. And he's going to spear it inside 50. And nah, Masson Moyle just caught off the pace. O'Brien brought down. The umpire said play on. And here's Garlett working back. Wants to come broadcast side, looking for Hunthank. Takes the mark on the arc of defensive 50. Wants to angle back in to Fletcher Carroll, who started this game beautifully. Then over the top they go. This time to O'Brien. Feigns the hand pass and then goes out wide. And they pick up Duncan.
Duncan will find Charlie McGrath, centre wing. Picked up it on the bounce. Kick towards half forward. Conlon's a target and he marks. 70 out from goal. They've got runners everywhere, the Tigers. Conlon decides to play on. He'll go long, deep. Ben Kelly will mark all his own. It was a great dummy lead by Matty Walker, but Conlon was smart enough to realise he had a man out the back. And Big Ben Kelly will line up for the Tigers' 5th goal inside 12 minutes.
Yeah, top ball movement there from Albury, straight off the half-back line. They're able to get it inside their forward 50 within 3 kicks, and a great match-up there, and go back and kick their 5th goal, Albury Tigers.
Well, while this is going on, Sky Burgess, I'll get to you shortly, but tell us about the action you've seen down there on the interchange bench after this shot on goal by Ben Kelly. Comes in, little stuttering approach, Kelly's kick, and he's hit the post.
He's hit it all right.
4-2-26. Tell me about that activity you just saw down on that bench there, Sky Burgess, for the Newmarket Hotel.
It's a lot. Everyone's coming off. Even the top names that would probably stay on for a lot of the first quarter are coming off for rest this time. We've just had Izzy Muller come off for rest, so it'll be interesting to watch that ruck contest now.
Good mark by Darcy Hope. Gets his hands on the footy. That's what they want to see, the Roos supporters. And getting back Byrne. Had a magnificent year in the O&M with the Tigers in 2023. Dan Vaccaro, we'll go to you on the 40 wing stats.
Yeah, well, the one positive that Corowa can rest their hat on is they're able to get the ball forward. The biggest problem they had is letting Albury rebound very, very quickly and not keeping the ball in their 50 for longer periods of time.
Yeah, there's such a tight defensive unit. The Albury Tigers. This ball might be tied up. Look at Miles just boring in, trying to tear his way out to Jackson Kelly. Swings it around high, ball inside 50. Conlon in a one-on-one with Ryan Ayres, the Roos. Work it out through Joe Hansen. And they come this way to Johnston. He swings around, Jesse, and gets it down the line. Hope. That was out of bounds, I thought. What's the umpire going to call? It's a mark, is it? Yeah, he's paid it. So 2 marks in probably the last 60 seconds, and that's what they want to see, Robbie.
Yeah, Darcy Hope showing a bit. Played on there too. Nice penetrating kick. Looking for Sam Dunstan. Flies high, gets it. Oh, nice grab. Sam Dunstan, 10 metres in from the boundary, 42 metres out. He'll go back and have a shot, and this is where I believe he's elite. Gold kicker.
Yeah, from all reports, he's an elite kicker, and that was really good play by Corowa. Able to kick a penetrating kick, and obviously taking a mark inside forward 50 helps from their 5 entries now.
So Sam Dunstan, his brother Nathan has been very competitive in the ruck so far against Isaac Muller. As the European Wasps continue to buzz around the commentary box here, and we've got the windows out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if that was a smart move, Lukey Francis,
Sorry,
but anyway.
Robbie. Sorry.
Here comes Sam Dunstan. 42 metres out. Kick on the way. It's not a great spin, and it misses to the right-hand side minor score. They're on the board. One behind. I think Lukey's just swallowed a wasp. 26-1. Almost 14 minutes gone. That's on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Yeah, it was a pretty worrying pre-game, wasn't it?
Oh,
Robbie, we had a few buzzing around our noggins.
Oh, mate.
Now, Page. Short one to Jake Gaynor.
I'm a beekeeper, not a wasp keeper.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Get the plug in, Robbie.
Thank you very much.
Gilmore. And then, short hand pass to Page. Umpire, what's he calling a throw?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Jordan Ayres with the ball. Waste no time. Goes low ball, turns it over, though. That was a wasted kick. Anthony Miles all over it. They lead 26-1 here on the NZ Albury scoreboard. Gee. Well done from Joe Hansen, and they're about to go forward again, the Roos.
Guts inside forward 50. Kicks okay, and it's a good grab. Paid. Darcy Hope. Oh, he didn't pay it. Goodness me. I reckon he had enough of it. He's a hard judge. He must have been a one-grab man, that umpire, in his day. Here's a chance for Jeffy Garlett. Runs off centre wing. Kicks it off the left foot. Intercept mark taken by the former Tiger, Brady Morton. Chips it across the ground. finds Scott Jansen. He's got a little bit of room to move now, and he goes across the ground laterally. Finds Ryan Ayres, kicks to centre wing. Looking there for Connor Leslie. Couldn't get hold of it. Kick off the ground there. Intercept work was nice by Page. And it'll be a boundary throw in right in front of. There's more cameramen there than not out the Logies.
Yes.
Boundary throw in centre wing. It's 26-1. Albury lead Rutherglen.
Yeah, really positive couple of minutes here for Corowa. They're able to get the ball forward. 7 inside 50s. They've just got to find scoreboard pressure.
Yeah, so the Raiders over the Panthers yesterday in round 1 of the O&M at Burleigh Park by 6 points. The Wang Rovers took out the derby last night at Norm Inns by 2 goals over the Maggies. Today, the Roos and the Tigers. And then tomorrow, 2 big ones. The Saints versus North Albury up at the McNamara Reserve. And at Mulwala, the Pigeons will take on the Bulldogs. Now, back here.
Yeah, a bit high there.
Over the shoulder. Jake Page to take it. Plays on quickly to Tom O'Brien. Has to get it back to Page. Now, Leslie's onto it. Quickly spattered out the back. And players go in. It's going to be tied here. True centre wing. Tigers leading 26-1 here on the Steel Line scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock's gone 16 first term.
Yeah, they've settled right into the game here now, the Roos. Free kick against them there. Going to go the way of Ben Kelly, who's coming to the ruck. Isaac Muller is just on the interchange bench at the moment, having a spell. Kelly, good penetrating kick. They've got numbers here, the Roos. 4th man up, got a handball in the end. Now it's intercepted. Eventually to be Jansen, step one way, curve back the other. He spots what he likes and he sees Connor Leslie. So in the first 8 minutes of the game, the Tigers kick 4-1. And since then, the next 8 minutes, it's a behind each. So it's good signs for the Roos. Leslie plays on, he kicks to centre wing.
He does. Hope getting his hands on the ball, even though he didn't reel that one in. It's good signs for the Roos. Now, Dan Vaccaro, we might grab our leading possession getter for each team on the 40-wing stat.
Yeah, well, Elliot Power I've got here, Luke. He's had the 7 disposals this quarter already, playing off a half-back line, as Robbie said earlier.
Sky Burgess for the Newmarket. Much news downstairs at the moment, Sky?
No, not much. We've got heavy rotations. We just have had the first Corowa player jump up on the bench to get a rub, but, you know, nothing serious, no injuries, just getting the air in for the boys at this point. Beautiful.
Spencer, he tried to get it to half floor, but Hillary was awake to it. And he wants to send it out wide. Here's his kick going to be on. Well, Bertram got hands to it. And going through Joe Hansen. O'Hara was on his tail. Going again, Bertram from the Chiltern Swans last year. Played in that famous premiership. Oh, gee, was that O'Brien? Came down heavily on the ground. Accidentally got his legs taken from him. He's appealing from a free kick. The umpire says, I'll take it.
Well, the good news
Spectacular.
is he's okay. Yeah, gee, it was a big landing, wasn't it? Here's Elliot Powell. That was a clever tap from Isaac Muller. Handball to the coach. You don't handball the coach like that. That is a coach killer. Tell you what. Advantage rule played. They go forward quickly. Kelly's there, trapped it. Dished off a handball nicely. Stepping through traffic was Conlon. He's got no one in front of him. He had one bounce. He better kick it. And he does. And Conlon gets his second. Tigers get their 5th. 5-2-32. Rutherglen one behind. And they had most of the play in that last 10 minutes, but the Tigers made them pay for a bad mistake.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Robbie, and a really deflating goal there for Corowa that they let Albury kick. So they've had their inside 50 chances, Corowa. They've had 9 inside 50s this quarter. They just haven't been able to put scoreboard pressure on, and that's from lack of probably shallow entries and lack of pressure coming out of that defence, and Albury are able to rebound so good, and you just saw that there running into open goals. So 9 inside 50s to 11 in favour of Albury, and the leading possession getter you asked for earlier, Lukey, Nathan Dunstan's up to 4 disposals there, Ruckman, and Connor Leslie 4 disposals as well.
Great work, Dan. Opening turn brought to you by A-grade oils and batteries here on O&M Live. Rightio back in the middle. Ball goes out to the far side. Here's Powell, last year's Morris medal winner. What a classy player he is. Over the top to Jay Hillary, who's been good across half back in the opening turn. Mark taken by Jacob Conlon, who's kicked the last 2 for the Albury Tigers. Try to get Miles. Longmire got a hand to it. Miles spins around, gets it back to O'Brien. He's been prominent in the first term also. Here's Hillary trying to get to half forward. Bertram's got to go back. Did nicely. Yeah. O'Hara, left foot off the ground, into Jake Gaynor. Nice left-hand hand pass. Tiziani, he'll go for his second, line it up, and he'll miss. Hits the post. It's 1 point. So, gee, they look nice in that piece of play, though, Sky Burgess.
Yeah, absolutely. There's just too many men spare, really. When you give a club like Albury that opportunity, they're going to score.
I think a lot of the Rutherglen players getting sucked into the contest. We're seeing a lot of times 4-on-2, 4-on-1. They just need to sort of, I think the enthusiasm's there. And this Bailey Panag has it now. Just got to be a little bit smarter around the ball. Nice work there by Longmire. He's been excellent so far. Runs through the middle of the ground. Drives it into half forward. Pushes okay. Play on. Sam Dunstan took the mark. Had one bounce. You could have had another one. Sam, doesn't matter.
Yes.
Oh, he's banged it through. Roos are on the board. They get their first goal. Sam Dunstan. Great lead-up play from Jed Longmire and Bailey Panag off half-back. And it's Corowa 117. They trail Albury 5-3-33. That is a good field story. The crowd loved it.
Absolutely.
They're up and about Dan Vaccaro.
How good is that, Robbie? Their first goal in a long time. Fantastic work there by Jed Longmire in the middle of the ground. The one thing I love about Corowa is they're still not afraid to go up the guts and attack this game and attack it head on. Their spread work needs a lot of work. Albury are able to spread and as Robbie said before, Corowa getting sucked into the contest. But their endeavour and their effort to get it inside forward 50 is definitely there on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Okay, so there's our answer to the trivia question. Who was the first man to kick the goal in the Corowa comeback? It was Sammy Dunstan, and it was beautifully called by our very own Robbie McKinlay. Out of the middle, Leslie. They go forward again, the Roos. Longmire. He had 3 bites of a cherry and then gets back inside or swung around. It was Marks. He went to the deck. Gee, they're going in half of the pill here.
Longmire didn't have it.
Okay.
I reckon they squared him up a bit there too.
Geez, a good player, this guy. Skillful, runs himself into the ground. Now we're gone close to 22 here on the NZ time clock. Again, this first turn brought to you by A-grade oils and batteries. Do you back him in, Dan?
Yep. Yeah. Straight through the middle, I reckon, Lukey.
Yeah.
A Longmire playing Ovens and Murray footy. The John Ford Oval's got great history kicking goals.
Great point.
Back him in, eh?
Great point. Here we go. Jed Longmire. Wouldn't this get the Corowa Rutherglen Roos crowd up and about? Here he goes. Jetty latches onto it, goes for home. It's right to the far side, and it goes through for one behind. So 33 plays 8 here on the Steel Line scoreboard. Opening term on O&M Live, 14.94 2AY and 15.66 3&E.
Just a tricky little kick in take there in the end by Fletcher Hart. That's a good kick too from Michael Duncan. Finds Matty Walker, who's crept down the ground. And a kick might be smothered. No, it's not. It's a penetrating kick by Walker. Ball does get over the back. Miles was clever. Here's a go here for McGrath. Clever handball. Was intercepted, though. Got a hand on it. Good work here. Leslie. Been good for Corowa Rutherglen. Short little kick. Was okay there. Tommy Robinson working very hard. And Nick Wright, who's had a pretty good start to the game, the young lad from Colcan, cleverly passed the ball across to Brady Morton. And Morton takes the game on for a very good kick, Luke Francis. And he finds Ryan Ayres, who's been terrific down back.
He has. So Ryan Ayres, short to Jansen. What are you seeing down there at the moment, Sky, for the Newmarket?
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on Charlie McGrath for Albury. He did grab his face after that contest when the Corowa was coming to spoil it, and he grabbed onto his face straight away. So I think he's just copped a little knock, but he did run away from the trainers, so he should be all good.
Good pick up. Here's Jesse Johnson. Half-back flank wide out on the far side, wants to come back to Ryan Ayres, so he's stacking up the possessions on the 40-wing stat sheet, Dan.
He is. I'm not taking his numbers, but he's got leather poisoning at the moment, along with Jed Longmire, who's had the 5 disposals as well.
And then he went back to where it came from. Now the umpire's blown the whistle here. Walker may have got Lavis high. He did, so Lavis will take it. So they haven't moved all that far here in the last 30 seconds. Kick didn't come off here. Fletcher Carroll inboard to Heine Hennessy, and they play on the Tigers. Here goes Powell, fires for home. It's sailing towards the goal line, and there is another. That is the Albury Tigers at their very, very best. 39 plays 8 here, or is it touched? Is it a goal?
I think the Corowa player was pleading a little bit to the,
the
goal umpire.
It's all
put
clear.
up the double flags, Lukey.
It is. Let's go back down to you, Sky.
Yeah, he did actually get pushed off the ball. That's what he's pleading his case for. He got pushed right out of the way by the Albury player, which is, great play. But I think he was trying to get a free and no goal.
Doing some great work down there, Sky Burgess.
Yep.
For the Newmarket Hotel, and Albury just kick another deflating one there. So 14 inside 50s to 11 now. So they are dominating that spread. And Fletcher Carroll, Anthony Miles, and Elliot Powell with a lot of the football.
All 7 goals have been running goals or snapshots from the general play. Here's Leslie. Gee, he's been good for the Roos. Kicks the ball into half forward. An awkward old bounce here. In front there, Duncan overran the football in the end. They got some numbers out the back, though. Maxi Byrne was there. And he's raised the elbow, Maxi Byrne. It's going to go against you in the tackle. There was sort of no intent in it. Longmire gets it. Piercing kick. Here's Dunstan. Sammy gathered it on the half volley. Fed it back. Hurry kick in there by Mac Lavis. Rolling around. O'Hara's there. Has the situation in control momentarily. Still stays over the footy now. The free kick. Whistle. It's high. You can hear the local crowd.
Yeah.
They just momentarily put down their can and give it a bit of a rousing reception, that one. And it's going to be a set shot. 30 out. 45-degree angle. Chance of Roos to kick 2. And it looks like our player, indeed, who's been outstanding today, I thought, Darcy Hope. You've got to have hope.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, and that free kick was definitely there. But their inside 50 count is so positive. 12 inside 50s for Corowa, so they are getting it forward. They've just got to stop that rebound from Albury.
Good stat, Dan.
Yeah, it's where they're losing the ball that's hurting them at the moment. Darcy Hope to get the Roos second. On his way now. Not a problem for Darcy Hope. He gets the Roos second. And they just keep nibbling away here. The last 16 minutes of play, it's been 2 goals apiece after Albury got away to a fly with the first 4. But the margin's just sneaking back a little bit here. It's 39-14. Good game of footy. 26 minutes gone. And this is for A-grade oils and batteries.
Yeah, beautiful. Sky, we'll go back down to you. Charlie McGrath, how's he looking now?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been running around back into play, no worries at all. So the trainers are no longer worried about him.
Very good, back in the middle. So we're working up towards the quarter-time break. Can't be too far away now. 39 plays 14 on that steel line scoreboard. Opening turn brought to you by A-grade oils and batteries. Muller just overran it momentarily. Goes again. Well done. Second ever terrific. Oh, well done from Fletcher Carroll. Got it off the Garland. He's brought to ground. Jansen worked hard.
Lukey, at the 8-minute mark, it was a 25-point margin. It's the same margin now, 18 minutes later.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, Robbie. So great to see the Roos hit the scoreboard, though. Through Sam Dunstan and Darcy Hope, they're 2 big recruits. That's what they like to see, this Roos crowd. There's Page on the outer side, true centre wing. Siren very close here to win the first term. It's been a beauty. Got to say, it's very, very warm here in Corowa. There's Fletcher Carroll wanting to angle back towards centre half forward. Heiner Hennessy looking for it at ground level. Robinson puts him under pressure. So does Jordan Ayres. Robinson tries to get it up to Nathan Dunstan. Now here's Jackson Kelly. Handball over the top was beautiful. Colby Heiner Hennessy got his kick smothered.
Beautiful.
And Forrest
smother.
came away. He did. And here's Ryan Ayres for the Roos.
Tommy Forrest and Ryan Ayres, who's as good as anyone on the ground today, kicks the centre wing. Didn't have a lot of options. Fletcher Carroll read it superbly. Floated the handball over the top now to Page. Gets around on his left foot. Jake Page kicks it long. Keep an eye on Heiner Hennessy. And his mark played on. And it'll be quarter time. So he was a bit stiff there, Colby Heiner Hennessy. He almost took the mark. He didn't think it was paid. Then he heard a siren was blown in the background. Dished out a handball. And in the end, I think they got the right result. It's quarter time here. Terrific quarter of footy. Albury Tigers 6-3-39 lead Corowa Rutherglen 2-2-14. We'll be back on O&M Live. You won't miss a thing.
Podcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Everyone to John Ford Oval on this magnificent afternoon. Easter Saturday, it's the Roos hosting the Tigers, and at quarter time it is Albury 6-3-39 leading the Corowa Rutherglen Roos 2-2-14. Very shortly we'll go down to ground level and catch up with Sky Burgess and see what she could find out from both of the huddles. But right now it's time for our McRae Motors quarters best. Dan, what do you got for us?
It is McRae Motors quarters best, Lukey, and what a quarter by Albury Tigers. But Corowa Rutherglen had their moments as well. For Corowa Rutherglen, Jed Longmire I thought was fantastic. Yep. Jordan Ayres off the halfback as well was really good. Connor Leslie and Hope. They got a lot of players, but for me, Jed Longmire I thought started that trend through the middle of the ground. And for Albury, Elliot Powell almost playing off a halfback sort of setup, and he had 10 disposals as well. Fletcher Carroll also been really good with 7 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet too.
Absolutely, Robbie. What did you think of the opening term, mate?
Yeah, I think it was a classic case of maybe a few nerves and sort of getting blown out of the water a little bit early. You got to remember, this time last week they were playing Midder United, a Talang side who were well out of the top 5. And I think the reason they need to get some continuity, get some team together and play. They just had to get a game going, right? So that's fine, but it was such a change up. And once they adjusted, they did really well. If you look, after 8 minutes, it was 25-0. The remaining stuck is when they've turned the ball over, it's been in those bad areas. It's sort of between that middle and half forward. Tigers are going to pounce. And the other thing I'd say there just quickly on that one is that they've had too many players getting drawn to the ball that don't need to be there. Other than that, terrific.
Absolutely, yeah. So in the first term, goals to Lockie Tiziani, Jackson Kelly, Fletcher Carroll and Jacob Conlon with the double for the Tigers. Elliot Powell also picked up one, and singles to Sam Dunstan and Darcy Hope for the Roos. So we're not far off going here. We might go down to Sky and see what you could find out from the huddles. Sky Burgess, are you with us down there? What was the story?
I am. You guys pretty much hit the nail on the head. I could hear the end of what you're saying. They really touched on that as well. Just not getting sucked into the ball, trying to impact or stay back and create those one-on-ones to at least put the doubt in Albury's mind. They just want to try to reduce Albury's speed on the ball. And also they just touched on the 5 uncontested possessions in their back line. That shouldn't happen, just making those one-on-one contests and react and compete. He was overall pretty happy with them reacting in the first quarter and the way they adjusted.
Yeah, super work, Sky Burgess. Rightio, here we go. Second term, it's brought to you by Jayco Ori Wodonga. Here's Robbie McKinlay.
Thanks, Lukey. And Muller up against Nathan Dunstan. Muller gets the secondary clearance. So Hurry kicked a half forward. Seeing there's Panag and Kelly. Kelly very quick to the ball. Handball back to Page was good. Found Elliot Powell, one of the best on the ground so far. Thumping kick inside forward 50. Matty Walker couldn't hang on to it. Joe Hansen relieves nicely. Out the back, Tommy Forrest kicks in a hurry. Good work there by Bertram, the boy from Chilton who's come in. Powell won the footy, handballed it. He'll have to handball it back to himself. Another handball under pressure. Good work from the Roos. Bertram went in, got knocked over, stayed over the footy. Well, the umpire was going to blow the whistle. He said, I'll give you a little bit long, and that worked out well. Nathan Dunstan with composure. Handball back to Bertram. Kick the ball into half forward. Clever tap. Here's a chance for the Roos. Kick off the ground. Oh, Tommy O'Brien read it well. Michael Duncan was there for support. There's going to be a throw there, Luke, and the free kick's going to go the way of the Roos, and it's going to go to Hope.
Yeah, love the umpiring, Robbie, just letting it go. Hope now sends it forward for the Roos, deep into the pocket. Dunstan caught behind, gets it on the second attempt. Inside ball now, and gets it back to Lavis. Lavis, no, it's gone through for 1 minus score. So 39 plays 14.
Powell got it back to Miles. Now Miles' kick was a good one. Tiziani, beautiful kick. All dropped by Matty Walker. Handball to Kelly. Look at the pace. Kelly puts on the clappers and misses to the left-hand side. Minor score. So 1 goal, 1 and 1 out of bounds on the full for Jackson Kelly, but that's where they look dangerous. And it all started with a beautiful centering kick by Braden O'Hara off half-back. Roos 15, Albury 40. We've gone 3 minutes, second quarter.
Easter Saturday at John Ford Oval on the river. Back in action, the Roos. As they come out of the full-back position, here goes Braden O'Hara, and that left foot razor kick goes in towards the goal square. Oh, just to the left. It looked like it was going through from here. One behind. Gee, when he gets it, I'll tell you what, he is pinpoint with those fluoro yellow boots.
A little bit happening off the ball. Hamish Gilmore and Hope.
Here's Morton, short to Johansson.
And a bit of feedback over the boundary line too.
Bit of advice here, Robbie.
Constructive feedback, Robbie.
That's the go.
Yeah.
And then Johansson back to Morton, and Morton driving kick to centre wing here. Jay Hillary, he's playing a good game. Now Duncan wants it. He goes shorter to Muller. And now to O'Brien. They find Powell, true centre half forward, evades the tackler, goes in, good kick to Jacob Conlon, and the Tigers nice and clean work down Vaccaro.
Yeah, great entry inside there by Elliot Powell. He's having an unbelievable game, boys. He has had 5 disposals already in this quarter. It's been going for 3 minutes. He's up to 15 for the game on the 40-wing stat sheet. So he is absolutely running the show here for Albury Tigers.
Jacob Conlon shooting from an early hat-trick here, Robbie.
Yeah, early hat-trick. Still cricket season sort of weather. I like your analogy. Tommy O'Brien been great off half-back too.
He has. Yeah, he's a good player. Here goes Jacob, shooting for his third, 2 in the first term. Has he snuck that one in? Yes, he has, Jacob. So he gets another. So 47 plays 15 on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone close to 4 minutes here in the second term, Dan.
Yeah, it has. And look, the same story as the first quarter. Corowa are able to sort of win the ball in the midfield. Their clearance work has actually been really good. They've had 4 clearances in the first quarter, and then they're able to get it inside their forward 50. However, Albury's spread and their rebound is just second to none. They'd be tearing up most teams in the comp if they were playing them today.
Yeah, quick ball movement, precise, precision off the boot. And back in the middle, Muller up against Dunstan. They've got a whistle. You don't see this very often, but someone has infringed. Free kick to Albury. Muller plays on. Kicks it inside forward 50. Over the back. Nice work there. Ryan Ayres, sorry. And he just escorts it out over the boundary line. 45 around from the Tigers' goal. They need 47 to 15. 31 degrees today here in the Murray River heartland. Here's Luke Francis.
Yeah, and it feels every bit of that, doesn't it, Robbie? Here's Muller, Leslie, or Jake Gaynor came at him. Well done, Leslie. Rode the bump and got it out the back. Roos fighting away down there. And then that was Garland on the ground. Got it off to Jake Gaynor. This will be a goal.
Yep.
Has Jake got it?
He has.
Yes, he has. So runner-up in their BNF last year, Jake Gaynor had a super second half of the year. And he's kicked the major down to the Bridge Road end.
Yeah, he has, and they're doing what they did in the first quarter, Albury Tigers. They're just starting like a house on fire. 6 inside 50s already. We haven't even been playing 5 minutes in this quarter. We're just playing 5 minutes now. So Jake Gaynor, a great finish there. He's up to the 5 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. Elliot Powell, as I mentioned before, 15 disposals. Miles, Kelly, and Carroll all getting their hands on the footy this quarter as well. So they are just looking that they're tearing this game apart. Corowa need to respond. They've been good in the clearance work. 4 clearances, not yet out of the centre this quarter, but they've got to respond and get the ball moving forward.
So Dunstan, Muller got it to Powell. He's got another possession. Elliot Powell runs his full measure, drives it 30 out from goal. Walker can't get it on the second bite. Benny Kelly does the work of a rover. Jeffy Garlett's there. He's clever and classy and kicks a third goal in about 2 minutes to start this second quarter action. Oh, all class, Jakey Gaynor, extending that lead now to 59 to 15. How about that, Sky Burgess, for the Newmarket Hotel?
Absolutely amazing. I'm just going to give you a little update on Corowa's Jed Longmire. He did come off after the very first stoppage, grabbing at his face, and he was getting eye drops and that. I think he's caught one in the face. He couldn't really see properly. They've just done a vision test on him, and he's literally just gone back out on the field for the first time since the start. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on him and make sure he can see straight. That's
the voice of Sky Burgess for the Newmarket. Great update. Boundary side, Jake Ryan Ayres at the back. Tigers again, though, through Fletcher. They're going to be coming back in deep to the pocket. And Tiziani's taken the mark. So Lockie Tiziani, with the goal in the first term, he also hit the post to the river end. Now he's hard up against the fence. Difficult shot here, Robbie.
Yeah, he's He's looked good, hasn't he? Return of footy. We've never really had the opportunity to get a good look at him. He was a bit injury plagued early in his career at the Tigers.
He was at the Giants too,
Yep.
I understand. Yeah, and he did his knee badly, so very unfortunate for him. But here's Lockie Tiziani. He's looking for his second. Keeps it low, steers it, and steers it beautifully. Is that a goal? It is. What a ripper from Lachlan Tiziani, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. The umpire hardly even moved there, so a really good classy goal from Tiziani and Albury Tigers. They are just continuing their dominance here. You almost got the feeling that this was the response they sort of had. They had a really good first quarter. Corowa came back into the contest and they just had to put it to bed, and that's exactly what Albury have done. Their clearance work is much improved. They've had 3 centre clearances to Corowa's none this quarter, and that's where they struggled last quarter just a little bit, and now they're dominating out of the midfield on the back of Isaac and Muller getting the tap, first service to Albury, and they are dominating Lukey.
Well, I'll give you a 40-wing stat to match yours there, Dan Vaccaro. They kicked 4 goals in the first 8 minutes in the first quarter, and they've done exactly the same in the second quarter. So they've kicked 4 goals in the last 5 minutes. Now they go inside half forward here, the Roos. Here's a great chance there. Kicked, knocked off as he kicked the ball, but it's a fantastic finish. And the Roos through Christian Mason-Moyle banged through their 3rd goal. He showed great composure. That was a lovely finish. And maybe we will see the same was happened in the first quarter. The Roos get a quick reply there. They needed it. They trail 21-65.
Yeah, you're spot on, Robbie. I think their work forward of centre isn't the issue. They're able to get it forward and they're able to put some scoreboard pressure, but definitely a contender for Sunjan goal of the day there from Corowa. But a fantastic sort of play out in the midfield. And when they win the ball out of the middle, Lukey, they look really, really good, but their defence is just not holding up against Albury.
Yeah, you're right, Dan. And Sunjam back with us for 2024. Great sponsors of O&M Live. So the ball back in the centre. John Ford Oval. Let's have a look. Nathan Dunstan up against Isaac Muller. He grabbed it on the second attempt in Muller. Silo kick straight up in the air. Ball bouncing this way towards O'Brien. Intercepted by the Roos. And they try to get it out the back to Johansson. Duncan. And then coming through Masson-Moyle, the last goal kicker. And O'Brien gets him around the neck. So Masson-Moyle here has a chance to deliver it in forward. Now off goes Sam Dunstan. Will he get to it? Oh, well done. Sitting in the hole, Jay Hillary. And he is away for the Tigers. And he gets it off half back to Miles. And Miles can give a short one to O'Brien. Here they go.
And O'Brien has one bounce, centre wing, riverside of the ground. Drives it long to half forward. Matty Walker couldn't hang on to a good defensive pressure there from Brady Morton. Turns it back inside now to Marks. Forrest. Kick's got to be good. It's 2-on-1 over the back, O'Hara. Here's a chance for young Ayres. Can he run onto it? Can't. Tigers, all trouble. McGrath. Jackson Kelly's gone. Terrific tackle there from Jordan Ayres. Put him right under the pump, right in front of the home crowd. They loved every bit of it. Gee, that one's just got 15. Told to play on was Billy Hanson. Handball to the centre of the ground to Nathan Dunstan. Oh, handball wasn't good. Duncan came through hard. Ayres is there trying to tidy up. A lot of pressure here. I'm not sure who's going to end up with here. Ball got knocked out. O'Hara mops up and pumps the ball to half forward, and Conlon marks.
He does. So Jacob on the half forward flank, a long way from home though. He starts to wheel around, goes with a low driving ball. Look at that. Into Walker. That was sublime. Sky Burgess for the Newmarket.
Yeah, sorry, you just heard me gasp there as Bill Hanson got absolutely annihilated prior to that play. And just keep an eye on his grabbed at his shoulder. I think that one really hurt.
Yeah,
so Matt Walker. Sorry, Dan.
You're right.
There was a poor handball from Nathan Dunstan. Put Billy Hanson under the pump.
Yeah. Now, Matt Walker, you rate this guy very highly, Robbie.
Yeah, I do, mate.
Here he goes. His man on the mark is at 45. And that's Brady Morton. And he kept it low, driving to the left. He's hooked it.
Thanks, Matty.
It's gone through for 1 point. 66 plays, 21 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone 11 and a half here. Second term, Robbie.
Try to give a kid a leg up in life, and they do that to you, right?
Every time. Every time.
Now,
yeah.
Back here, it'll be Jesse Johnson, or JJ as you've sort of termed him.
Yeah.
Kicked by JJ's okay, but gee, good intercept mark there by Page. Quick hands, ends up with Miles. Miles, a little dinky kick up over the top here. Now Fletcher Carroll, beautiful kick, finds Colby, Heiner, Hennessy. 40 out directly in front. Well, we know the distance won't be an issue, Dan Vaccaro, but accuracy will be the challenge.
Yeah, and they aren't kicking amazingly well. 10 goals, 6 so far, so it hasn't been too bad. They're getting a lot of entries, but a really good inside 50 there from Fletcher Carroll doing what he does best, but Albury look like they've just had almost put this game to bed now. They've started this quarter really well, and they are absolutely dominating at the moment.
So, generally, he goes short. He gets the lead from Jacob Conlon, who gathers it on the half volley. Shimmied one way, handball back to Jeff Garlett. Garlett off the left foot, centres the ball. And the Roos for Connor Leslie, are going to get out a bit of strife here. They've just thwarted that attack, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, they have, Robbie. Leslie's been good, the lively midfielder. Another one of their name recruits from down Coringal way in the Mornington Peninsula.
That's in Wagga.
Yeah, it is. We've got a Coringal too. You're right, Robbie. There's Bill Hanson fumbling. Kelly over the top to O'Hara. Spits one out the back. Tigers want a centering kick here. Look at that.
Oh.
In it goes. And Page has taken the mark here. True centre-half forward, Sky Burgess.
Yeah, absolutely dominating now, aren't they? It's going to be hard for Corowa to maintain. They've done really well with the pressure. I'll give them that. But in a hot day, that's really not sustainable.
No, you're right about that. There's going to be some tired boys tonight. Here's Jake Page. Been very good in this game so far, Jake. And he comes. Well, it's not much of a kick, that one. Sort of little proppy sort of dance step as he came in. And the ball's gone out of bounds. Has it in the pocket? Yep. Dan, what do you got, mate, on the 40-wing stat sheet?
Yeah, well, the inside 50 count now is evident, isn't it, Lukey? So 13 inside 50s for Albury in this second quarter, only to 3 to Corowa. So they're just not getting the ball forward as they should be.
So Tommy Forrest will bring the ball back in. Last line of defence. He's going to come across the ground. The kick's going to be good. It was okay, but wasn't very well read by Brady Morton, and just had a little bit more penetration on it. And he's over-clubbed and put through the back of the green. There'll be a boundary throw-in front of a massive crowd here on the clubroom centre wing. It is absolutely jam-packed. Massive Easter Saturday crowd to welcome the return of the Rutherglen Roos. Jed Longmire been good. Dished off the handball now. A hurried kick, a high up and under to centre wing from behind. O'Brien was good. Old Windscreens knocks it out over the boundary line, and it'll be a boundary throw in. We have gone on the time clock here on the NZ Albury time clock, 14 and a half minutes, and we're doing this quarter for Jaco Albury Wodonga.
Elliot Power, boys, he's up to the 6 disposals this quarter as well. 16 for the match on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah.
Albury leads 66 to 21.
14.94 2AY, 15.663 and the pictures on the live stream brought to you by Snap Printing. Now, Elliot Power with the ball here. I'm going to have another. Well, actually, it's coming into play. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. I have my head down, checking my notes. Here's Nathan Dunstan. He's picked it up, tried to get it over the back. Jansen ends up with Leslie, just hacks it on the boot. That's going out on the full. Might have been touch, was it?
Nope.
Nope. It was clearly out on the full, Sky. That one right down in front of you.
Yeah, I could see that one, definitely. I was watching it go over thinking it might have gone in, but it just kept swinging out.
Looking for a possession was Sky Burgess. Braden O'Hara goes backwards as another Wasp visits the commentary box.
Yeah. What are our stats on the Wasps there?
Four now.
Not taking the numbers on the Wasp, Lukey.
Hard kicks to Hillary. Couldn't hold on to it. He replied with a strong tackle on Billy Hanson. Ball comes away now momentarily of Jansen. Got a handball back too, and he's going to kick a goal. He has indeed. Your boy, Jesse Johnson.
JJ, Robbie.
JJ rams one through for the Roos. They've got their fourth. 4-3-27. They trail the Tigers, who are 10-8. 10-6, 66.
Yeah, unbelievable finish there again by Corowa. And Jed Longmire again impacting that contest just outside the forward 50 and able to surge it forward. When he's on the field, they look a lot better in the clearance work and around the ground, Lukey. So they are absolutely doing a really good job getting it forward of centre, but Albury still dominating. 13 inside 50s to just the 4 this quarter. Corowa got to figure out how to get it in there 50.
It was Jesse James, the American outlaw, wasn't it, Robbie?
Yeah,
Jesse James.
He's a gunslinger, mate.
Yeah.
Portrayed by Brad Pitt, I believe.
In the Wild West. Oh, well done, Dan. Huh? Unbelievable
pretty
stuff
rough
here.
Operator, Jesse.
I know, yeah. I didn't really sort of play things by the book. Now, there's Bill Hanson on the bottom there. O'Hara. Eyes darting around his unthank. Left foot down the line's going to turn it over. Forrest is going to take the mark. So here they go, the Roos. What can they build from here? Short inboard. Yeah, well, Nathan Dunst was unaware that Tiziani was coming flying through. Jake Gaynor, look at that for a kick. Wow, to Kelly on half forward, swings around, now he sends it in forward over the top of Miles. Garlett has to go now, he's very quick on the ground. Oh, well done, getting back in the nick of time, Mac Lavis, and he's knocked it across for one behind. So 67 plays 27 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone 17 in the second term.
Yeah, really good finish. Really good defensive work there by Corowa Rutherglen. Just a little bit of active desperation. They've just got to be more clinical if they're going up the midfield to get it in their forward line.
Gee, if they could have the first 8 minutes back of both quarters so far, the Roos, and that's where the damage has been done by the Tigers. They have scored 8 of their 10 goals inside, four in each quarter in the first 8 minutes. Outside of that, it's been 4 goals to 2 in favour of the Roos. So it's a good game of footy. The skill level's been great for the first up.
What do you put that down to, Robbie? Lack of concentration?
I think you've got to give credit to the Tigers there. Their midfield, Isaac Muller, dominating the midfield there, and they make you pay. They're a bit cleaner.
And the first time these guys have played together,
absolutely.
True O&M holding here, is it?
Yeah, free kick, Lukey, will go the way of Sammy Dunstan, who's come down the ground a bit.
That's it. And he was the first goal kicker in the Roos comeback. Robbie, here he goes, Sam. Now, who's he going to... Oh, he balks around Fletcher Hart. Gave him a free movie pass and plays on to the arc. Misses O'Brien. Oh, gee, copping one high there was Bill Hansen.
Great umpiring.
Okay, and then off to Powell. Robbie McKinlay picked it up beautifully, and then they want to go wide here. Now, Miles is going to have to go. He's up against Forrest. Forrest has got the legs. He'll get there first. Turns back inboard. Wants to come to Joe Hansen, of course, who went to the Panthers last year, back at his home club. Great story. Into Leslie.
50.
Nothing in that.
Yeah, 50.
Right, it is. Okay. O'Hara's knocked him over.
Milked it.
Yeah.
And that's half the talent. To milk him. It's a great art.
Yep. No, you're right.
Well done.
You're right, Robbie. Right on the money.
He's been fantastic, Connor Leslie, as well. He had 6 touches in the opening quarter, and he's up to 6 touches now, and hopefully can put it through the sticks, Robbie.
And how good has young Tom Forrest been, the blonde bombshell? Fantastic.
And he looks to go up the middle, and that's what I love about Corowa. Every time they get the opportunity, they go up the middle of the ground if they turn it over or not.
So Connor Leslie shooting for his first major in a Corowa Rutherglen Guernsey. It's been fantastic so far. Let's have a look what Connor can do. Can he lift them? No, he shifted it left, so that's one behind. 67 plays 28 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard now. We've almost gone 20 on the NZ time clock. Here's Sir Robert McKinlay on O&M Live.
I missed that in the knighthood, honest. O'Hara took a nice low chiseler, got it to Mick Duncan, and he got it to Matty Walker, who just come on the ground and finds Jake Gaynor. Handball now to O'Hara. Low penetrating kick, beautifully taken on the half volley by Carroll. Got it on to Miles. Miles to Elliot Powell. Quick handball now. The run of O'Brien goes short. Into half forward. Garlett, picked up superbly. Went right, went left, went back to the right. Now got the handball back in a 1-2 fashion. Kicks superb. Fletcher Carroll, how much ground did he cover?
Yeah.
He had the ball here at half back not that long ago.
Yep.
And now he's going to go have a shot on goal. That's what the Tigers do so well. Beautifully set up and lovely work there by Jeffy Garland.
Yeah, absolutely. It was absolutely fantastic. Sky Burgess, what about the work rate of the Tigers there?
That run and spread is just why they're an A-class team. Hey, you just watch it unfolding and you just can't do anything about it. They're so fast. They're spread. They've got numbers everywhere. It's impressive.
So Fletcher Carroll back in Tiger colours after a season in South Australia. Comes in, 35 out, directly in front. Kick on the way. He might have pushed it to the right. He did. Minor score. So 10-8, 68 Albury. 4-4, 28 Corowa Rutherglen. We've gone 21 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock. And we're doing this one for Jaco Albury Wodonga.
We certainly are. Fullback position, the Roos. Bridge Road end. As Morton comes out. Long ball. Oh, well done, Jordan Ayres. Just able to work Burns under the ball. Low driving kick to centre wing. Now here they go. The Roos, they got a chance here. Let's see what they can work forward from here. So Wright was out there. And the ball has gone out of bounds eventually. So Nick sees it across the chalk. And we'll have a boundary throw in, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. And great ball movement there by Corowa to get it out of that defensive 50, as we just saw. 4-4, 28 Corowa to 10-8, 68 Albury.
Let's have a close look for the listeners of O&M Live And for those viewing on the stream, Muller straight out of the ruck, about 40 metres down the line. Morton, but playing in front there was Walker. And getting over the top, Lavers back to Morton. He's under a stack of pressure now. He's at the bottom of the pack, and the umpire is going to call for it. So second term, 68 plays 28 on the CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard. Albury with a handy break here, Robbie.
Yeah, wherever you're listening today, hope you're having a great Easter. They'll be on the Murray River, the Hugh Weir, they'll be everywhere today. Kick into half forward. Good defensive work again by Ayres. That's Ryan Ayres. He knocked it out of Benny Kelly's hands. Going to have a boundary throw in 20 metres around. There's a lot out there. They love the fish. They love to listen to their footy on the radio. And I hope they're having a great day. We're having a cracking day here. Footy's back at Corowa. How bloody good's that? It's 68-28. Tigers lead. Here's Luke.
Sensational. Kelly tried to knock it down in front. Walker from the pocket. Quick one. No, behind. So very interesting. 69 plays 28. Now, Dan, can you give us a standout stat for the second term?
Dan.
Well, the dominance from Albury is pretty evident. I'm going to be boring. 16 inside 50s to 6 at the moment, so they are dominating the ball game. But Corowa do look good when they go forward.
Yep. Okay, so the Roos about to work it from the fullback position. You reckon? Nothing straightforward there, Robbie? Do we need something on the nose there, Dan?
Yeah.
Sorry, boys.
Particularly on Tancred Stakes Day, Australian Cup Day.
What do you like?
I think it's going to be hard to beat Mr. Brightside, Robbie. Yeah, I'm stating the obvious now, aren't I?
Thanks, Dan Ricardo.
That's it.
It's contagious.
Good song too, Mr. Brightside.
Muller on the tap. Here's Carroll now. Whistle. What do you see there, Luke? He's going to come back.
It's a free kick to Corowa. No, it's a free kick to Albury. Isaac Muller.
Big Isaac. Oh, he's going to handball to O'Hara. He decides to go short, and he finds Jacob Conlon. Be careful there. Kicks it long, gold square, Walker. That's the hands he's got, Luke. That's what I like about Matty Walker.
Yeah.
And he put a bit of home and away stuff on there, a little bit of mayo.
Bit of Alf Stewart there, Robbie.
I am embarrassed to hear you know who Alf Stewart is.
Is he still going?
Apparently he is. Matty Walker, he's just starting to warm up. He's kicked 2 behinds today. You know, I fancy him for the Doug Strang. And Matty, time to ram one through, young fella. I've been talking you up. Comes in now, and he put it straight through the guts.
Look at that.
It's a beautiful finish there. Capped off a nice bit of play because it's a great pair of hands there. In fact, it was an elite body and paint mark and player of the day in my book. Tigers extend the lead out there 75-27. Sky Burgess for the Newmarket Hotel. What do you got for us?
I can tell you it is stinking hot down here, boys. The boys are starting to get like the ice towels going on their shoulder when they come to the bench. So, you know, that might be another aspect of the game that comes in as fatigue starts to kick in. You know, who's had a really good off-season?
Yeah, that's it, Sky. Some of these boys will sleep well tonight. That is for sure. Nathan Dunstan back in the middle, working hard up against Isaac Muller. Let's have a look. Muller, clearly. Kelly Noy took a Muller, got it again on the second attempt. Now sends it forward for the Tigers. Walker, what a... Oh, is he paid it? It's gone the other way.
Paid a push.
Who was that against? That was interesting.
Yeah.
Forrest has got it anyway. And he wants to come broad. Jeff Garlett's under it and takes it. So he's got Jake Gaynor on. Now he goes over his head to Jacob Conlon. That was pinpoint.
He got told to leave it. Poor old Mac Lavis.
And then a short one across and finds Tiziani. Sky Burgess again. Nice play. Too easy for the Tigers there.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think halftime can come soon enough for Corowa. They've really just lost. You can see the sting out there. They've just lost that pressure around the ball, and you know they might need a good breather at halftime, I think.
Yeah, that's it. So this would give Lockie Tiziani 3 before halftime. He's been very good up until this point, and he'll have a shot from 35 out, far side Bridge Road end.
You backing him in?
Yeah, reckon he'll steer this one through, Sky. Regulation goal for an O&M player, and he has nailed it.
The celebrations are getting less and less excitable, aren't they? That's something I have picked up.
Yeah, volume's down, isn't it, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're dominating, getting goal after goal, but you still got to get around each other, you know? It's still great.
Yeah, and I think the standout stat now, Luke, you asked for it before, you've got you got 18 inside 50s, but you've also got 9 marks inside 50 from them as well. So they're super potent going forward, and they weren't that in the first quarter. That's 16 entries for 2 marks. Now they've upped that, so they're marking inside 50s second to none, and it's just undefendable from Corowa as well.
That's better. That's substance. That's got a bit of something to it.
One thing you said in the first half too, Robbie, they were getting their goals in general play, but those are marks being taken inside 52, aren't they? So that's a worry.
And as a coach, that's what you want. You want marks inside forward 50.
No, good spot up there, lads. Good work in. Just had a message too. Jacko, in between Howlong and Cora, has just nailed a nice big Murray cod.
Jacko.
And listening to the footy, loving
That's
it.
good. That's good. Hi, Jacko.
Yeah, good on. Jackson Kelly got a handball. Was pretty hot from Fletcher Carroll. Garlett tackled well. His pressure's going to result in a turnover. Picked up by Carroll. His kick wasn't a good one. He was viewing a Colby Heiner Hennessy to his left. The kick didn't have the depth. And Tommy Forrest, who's been outstanding as he kicks it out of bounds on the full.
Again,
there you
Robbie.
go, Tommy.
Again.
And that's where I'll do to you.
You got to stop talking, Robbie.
That's okay. Will Unfang's got the free kick. True centre wing. Club room side of the ground. Aubrey lead 81-28. 27.5 minutes gone for NZ.
Yeah, fair dinkum. It happens 9 times out of 10, Robbie. I know the feeling. Jansen in there with Carroll working hard. Tiziani, Forrest went at him. Good play just to interrupt it. And it's gone across the chalk there in the back pocket on the broadcast side here at the Bridge Road end. Beautiful day, as we've mentioned. Ground looks absolutely magnificent. Good crowd in at John Ford Oval on this Easter Saturday. The Roos are back. They're back all right. It's been a long road getting here. But finally, the day is in full motion. Now, there's been a free kick here given to Muller.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
No, I didn't either, Robbie. Must have been pushed out of the contest before the ball arrived.
Can you help us out for the Newmarket?
It was a mark.
Yeah,
Okay.
to be honest, I was just trying to find some shade, so I missed that one.
I actually think it was a mark, Robbie.
Yeah, okay.
I've creeped into the Corowa bench. I've found myself a new little home.
Oh, lovely.
Ice bath down there, Sky.
Oh, I would get in right now, I'm telling you.
Here goes Isaac Muller, one of the giants of the O&M. He's about 30 out.
Oh.
And that one is it's off the side of the boot, Robert McKinley.
He doesn't get a lot of looks at him.
Dan Vaccaro is disgusting.
That is a ruckman kick.
Oh, you
Okay.
said that,
Now,
not me.
I don't
Those are
like
your
ruckman.
words.
You said
Those
that.
are your words.
That's a ruckman
Dan
kick.
Vaccaro.
Tell you
I
what.
think you want to get in your car and get out of here very
Not
fast
the
today.
smartest bunch, the old ruckman. Just
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Get out while you can, Dan.
Yeah, I'd put it into fourth straight away, I reckon.
Oh, that's not another. Oh, actually, the kicking worked out all right for Mears, and it went off the side of the boot. But Tommy Forrest, he read it very well. Maybe that's a play. Forrest chips short, and Longmire took a good grab. He's a good player, this lad. He copped a bit of a poke in the eye late in the first quarter, and he tumbles one to centre wing on half-time siren, rings out across John Ford Oval. And isn't that a lovely sound to hear a half-time siren, a quarter-time siren here at the John Ford Oval, because it means football is back in this amazing sports-loving town. It's great stuff. They've got a bit of work to do, but geez, they're giving it their all up against a classy Albury side who lead at half-time 12-10-82. Rutherglen 4-4-28. When we come back, we'll dissect what we've seen in the first half and see what lays ahead. It's O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the John Ford Oval. If you've just joined us, we are going into our halftime break, which we do for Elders Rural. Albury with 6 goals in both the first and second quarters, and Rutherglen with 2 goals in both the first and second quarters. I mean, the Tigers lead 12-10-82, Rutherglen 4-4-28. And guys, we've talked at the 5th minute mark, the 6th minute mark, and then the 8th. So that's been a bit of the difference in the game, because other than that, Rutherglen have certainly had their moments, Sky Burgess. It's just that Albury probably that little bit cleaner with the ball.
Yeah.
And probably just using it a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure. Corowa is showing excellent pressure around the ball. They are getting those numbers there to help, which has kind of, been their downfall as well, because then they're outmanned on the outside. But the pressure's certainly there, the want's certainly there, but Albury are just a class act, you can tell they're well drilled, they're well set up. And I do have to touch on the skills, because I reckon for an O&M game, they haven't been where they normally are today. Just drop kicks and stuff like that, dropping short. You've seen a lot more of them than you normally would. So it could be a heat factor, like they're fatigued, it's extremely hot. But yeah, that has also played a big part in not being able to pull off and get reward where Coral probably should have been able to.
Yeah, I think that's spot on, and we know it's probably touching around the 32-degree mark now, which is I can't remember playing in warmer conditions in footy for some time here. But look, one player for mine has probably gone under the radar a little bit in the pre-season chat and talk. A player coming back to the Albury Tigers, Lockie Tiziani, 3 goals, has looked really good.
Yeah, he's athletic, isn't he, Robbie? He's a good size and you can put him anywhere.
Yep.
And he's a very hard matchup, isn't he, Dan? I don't know who you put on him because he'll tear you up pretty quickly, Tiziani, and he's looked dangerous around goal.
Yeah, he does. He looks really, really good, and he gets up the ground. He almost plays like that high half forward, but he's super dangerous when he's in that 50 as well. He can mark the ball. He's got pace. He's got it all, if I'm being completely honest. Matt Walker probably hasn't had the half that we'd expect. He's probably just been a touch thumbly after Robbie put the moz on him, but then you've got Tiziani who pops up and is really, really good as well. So they've just got such a pronged attack where if someone's not getting it, someone else is doing the job for them, and that's evident now with Tiziani.
Yeah, let's offer a reprieve to the Roos players in that there's a core of these Tigers players have played together for a long time.
Yep.
So this is the first time these Roos have got together playing for premiership points. Since the break, of course.
And the thing I love, and there was no doubt there was going to be flaws in Corowa's game today, and the flaws are obviously that they're just unable to sort of have any sort of defence when Albury go forward, and then when they rebound, they're just so clinical that they can't defend. But the one really positive sign that I love from Corowa is that they're looking to go up the midfield when they do attacks. They're looking at that centre of the ground. They're not playing cautiously, and when they do get it forward, they actually score. So they're able to kick 4 goals for. They're having to have 8 scoring shots in a half, which isn't disastrous. So they are able to get it forward. It's just that Albury are just so good going back the other way.
The Ayres boys are good players, aren't they?
Yeah, I was just looking smack bang. Jordan really came into that quarter, but thought over the first half, Ryan Ayres, in defence there in the back pocket, number 10, he's been really good. And so is Tommy Forrest, the blonde-headed young fellow. He played at Wang Rovers under-18s last year.
He did. And Connor Leslie as well. Robin.
And Connor Leslie's been good. And the other one too, just Jesse Johnson, your boy, JJ.
Yeah,
kicked
JJ.
a nice goal there and got you up and about, Lukey. I think all in all, Sky, just looking at Rutherglen there, that with a couple of players still to come in, and really, with only one hit out last week against Midder United, this is the ultimate test, playing Albury first up. They haven't been too bad, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, no, you're right. That you can see the talent that's there and the potential that they have. They just need to be given a bit of time and a bit of grace. Like you said, they are playing a top team in Albury as a club that, in their most recent history, were a bottom side recently. So, when you're looking at what was a bottom side and a top side, it's really not that bad.
Yep.
They've got great potential. You can see little bits and pieces coming through. Give them time playing together and getting to know each other. I think they might improve from here.
Yeah,
a kick-off being premiers Albury last year.
Yeah,
a kick-off being premiers in the best country football competition in Australia. And then you got Corowa didn't play last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
On the goals alone, it's an 8-goal discrepancy.
Yeah.
So it's not all that much.
Yeah, and look, and that could double again. If the second half pans out that day. But just what I've seen here, there's enough to, with a couple of players, Banfield to come in. I think they've picked up Minogue, another player who's signed up late last week. So there's a bit of hope there.
They definitely have something to work with. That's the most important thing. From the small sample size that we've seen here, they've got some things in place that they look like they could be a good football team going forward. They're going to win a game of footy this year. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that they can be competitive enough in games, and from what we've seen, whereas they can win a game or two of football this year, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind, Robbie.
Well, we just had a Mawson's Concrete Player of the Day. Luke Francis just sort of edged out a wasp
just
off the window.
Corralled him around there.
I was thinking of a more brutal finish to that wasp, but you were quite nice about that, Luke.
No, look, you've got to look after the nature here at John Ford Oval.
Yeah, okay, that's a wasp. Guys, looking at Albury's side, let's go in the ruck. I thought Nathan Dunstan competed really well, probably in the first 20 minutes against Isaac Muller, but I think Isaac, for mine, he's really started to take over in the ruck there.
Yeah, not the best job you'd want, would it, lining up?
No, and Robbie hit the nail on the head. I thought Nathan Dunstan in that first quarter almost, wouldn't say had the points, but he was really toe-to-toe with Isaac Muller. But in that second half, he would have had 4 centre clearances himself, I reckon, Muller. So he just absolutely dominated. He's the best ruckman in the competition by the Flemington straight, in my opinion. So it's a very hard test for poor old Dunstan in the first game of O&M. But, he looks really good out of the centre.
Poor old Dunstan.
Well, they've had a lot of good players. So, Jeff Garlett's been good too. He started the first quarter in the back line, played up forward that quarter. Jay Hillary off half-back's been terrific. Fletcher Carroll's had his moments. Page, Miles, Tiziani. Tommy O'Brien, Luke, as good a game I've seen Tommy O'Brien play. He's a really good player.
He is a good
He
player.
goes under the radar a bit, but gosh, he's solid. There's not many better back flankers in the comp than Tommy O'Brien.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I can remember him playing a game against the Wodonga Bulldogs last year at Wodonga, and he was sensational in the first half. He was everywhere on the outer side, and he played well against Echuca a couple of weeks ago too in the practice match. He's real lively, and his second and third efforts are fantastic.
No, they've been very good, and we've touched on Lockie Tiziani, a great return. Jackson Kelly, I thought Sky had a really good first half, and then I think there was a bit of a tag got put onto him. He got back in a little bit late in that second quarter, but his first quarter was a bit of a snapshot of what he can provide for the Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just that vision, like that experience. You can just tell when they have the ball. You know, they've got the footy IQ, they know what they're doing, they're confident, and he's just so impressive to watch. And as you're listing them all off there, you're trying to list the good players and you're listing off 10th, like that just shows the depth in Albury's squad. You know, that wins in a game over, you know, a handful of stars. So they've got the depth there, so much star quality.
We talk about how good Yarra and Wang are going to be this year. I think what we're missing a trick with Albury is they might not have the list on paper for what Wang and Yarra or what we've talked about in the off-season. Certainly have the depth though, Robbie. Every single one of those players that play week in, week out is fantastic.
I tipped them as premiers, Dan, so I certainly haven't chucked them under the radar. I've also had Matty Walker win the Doug Strang and Jackson Kelly the Morris medal.
Yeah, I went Jackson
so
Kelly
I
for the
might
Morris.
have gone, I might have gone a bit heavy there. But no, look at what I've always said this about Albury. You know what you get.
Yeah.
Because they train hard, they prepare, they're Albury trained. They're a great side. They're also one of the best tackling sides in the competition. Have been for years. They do so many things right. And if you get a senior Guernsey for Albury Tigers, you know, Mug, you're a good player.
Yeah, their standards are high, aren't they, each year, and they've got a very good brand, and we've seen that on display here in the first half.
Dan, I'll get you to just give us a Ray White Rural netball update of the A-grade game here earlier today. We know early on that game, Rutherglen were out to about a 3 or 4 goal lead in the first quarter, but we got so excited about what we're seeing here in front of us and this big occasion before the start of the game and whatnot. But Dan, I'll get you if you can just wrap up and give us a final score there. Rutherglen, in their return on the netball, sometimes we forget. They're playing football, but they're also made the return in netball today. And Dan, I can't pad much longer. If you've got that score for me,
I've got it here ready
Thank
to
you
go,
very
Robbie.
much.
So Rutherglen won by 2 goals, 5-3 in the A-grade netball.
All right, well that's a good sign to take a break. It won't be too long. The Oz kickers are out there right across the ground there, Lukey. They're everywhere, aren't they? It's a big ground.
Yeah,
you can fit. You could sell a bit of furniture out here. Look at this. It's just a magnificent ground here. Fantastic. We better take a break. There's another wasp lurking around my window. He's going to have a pretty ruthless end here in a minute. We'll take a break, and we come back for the second half on O&M Live. You won't miss a thing, including...
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Here at John Ford Oval, the Albury Tigers 12-10-82 lead the Corowa Rutherglen Roos 4-4-28. Now, Dan, what we might do is have a look at our McRae quarters best there for the second term.
Yeah, definitely from Corowa's point of view, that young Forrest off the halfback has been absolutely fantastic, along with Connor Leslie as well, who had 6 touches that quarter. Thought he was really dominant. Jed Longmire spent a long time off that quarter, but when he came on, he was their most important midfielder by a stretch. And then over for Albury Tigers, it's none other than Elliot Powell, 7 disposals that quarter. He's up to 17 for the game. And I thought Fletcher Carroll as well. He's at 12 for the game, but I think he's been really dominant with ball in hand as well on the 40-week stat sheet.
Beautiful Dan Vaccaro. Now, Sky Burgess down there boundary side for the Newmarket. I don't reckon I've ever seen Oz kickers take their jumpers off when they've been leaving the ground ever. They were hot, sweltering, and they ripped them straight off.
They've been watching the senior boys too much, I reckon. They knew, it is very hot. The poor things were wet with sweat. So, and you know what it's like as an Oz kicker. They would have been going hell for leather out there.
Yeah.
So, it's great to see them out there, though.
Yeah, that's it, Robbie. It's been a great day, and we're looking forward to a big second half.
Yeah, been fantastic, mate. Look, yes, that's a 54-point margin, as you mentioned, but, gee, the standard of footy's been great, I reckon, for this first came back, and we're about ready to go, Lukey, and we're going to get you to take it away. Third quarter action, and we're doing it for Indigo Power.
Yeah, back in the middle. Here we go, Robbie. Muller with a clean tap away. There goes Powell again. He's been wonderful. O'Brien. Tom wants to swing it back to Anthony Miles, a fantastic leader of the Albury Tigers, and tries to get it to O'Hara here out wide on the half-back flank. The pressure from the Roos was great. And then Byrne goes in. Tom O'Brien at ground level tries to spit one out the back to Duncan. And they move it again, the Tigers. This is Miles getting a second opportunity in this quarter. Over the top of him is Bertram. Tried hard to wrap it up. Tigers still play on, though. This is Kelly to Powell off half-back, and they get it away here to Unthank, and here they come broadcast side.
Yeah, good pressure from the Roos, and they're going to get a turnover here. A good mark taken at half-back by Mac Lavis, who's had some good moments today. There's good pressure there in the middle. Good tackling there. Young Bertram. They'll go short, kick's going to be good. It's not. It's tapped away by Tiziani. Running onto it was Jackson Kelly. Handball feed was good to Powell. Powell through traffic. Look away, handball. Okay to O'Brien. Back to Kelly. Back to Powell. Got it on to Kelly. Handball over the top to Unthank. Roos still apply the pressure. Unthank with good a bit of poise. Kicks it into half forward. Carroll flew high. Comes to ground. Gaynor came through. Couldn't gather. Shoveled the ball out to Fletcher Carroll. Has space. Has time. Delivers beautifully. And the mark's taken by Lockie Tiziani. He sees something he likes. It's the man on the mark. Joey Hansen did well. Brought the ball to ground, regathered, sweeping handballs, a bit of a chance here. That was okay. They're going to stand over Jansen. Got one high, I thought he has, and Jansen will have a free kick at half-back. Their pressure was good there, Luke.
Certainly was, Robbie. So they're lifted. The start of the second half here, the Roos. Out wide to Leslie, who had a great first half. His first in a Corowa Rutherglen Guernsey. Let's have a look. Now he's looking. He looked inboard and then he wants to go down the line with a dump kick. Hope caught out. 2-on-1. Muller at the back takes the mark, moves it quickly. Back to Duncan. So they concede a little ground here. The Tigers wants to square it up now to Byrne. Oh, did nicely just to get the ball off in time to O'Brien. Geez, they're quick. Fletcher onto Jackson Kelly. Loops one over the top. Jake Gaynor under pressure. One way, back the other. Evades the tackle. Finds O'Hara. Look at that. Oh, well done, Leslie. Chipping in time. And that is an elite body paint and mark of the day.
Oh, great stuff.
Wow. Great stuff.
Ben Corowa's best for mine, Leslie.
He's caught
14
himself
disposals.
Somehow. It was great courage. It was a great grab. O'Hara looked certain for all money.
He
looked like Mr. Brightside. He's going to walk away with it.
That's right.
Short chipping kick. Mac Lavis. Handball back to Leslie. He's running okay. Good signs. Leslie, good chipping kick. Smart work by Jordan Ayres. Created the pathway for Billy Hanson. He's rugged and he's tough, Bill Hanson, and he pumps the ball to half forward. Muller's in the key and he'll mark the big fella. He'll get a free kick. Well, he won't. He doesn't get the free kick. Pushing the back perhaps there for Page. Play on's the call. Nice walk over the ball. Longmire, clever. Threaded a handball. Here's a chance for Mason Moyle. Couldn't get over it. Free kick's going to go over to Michael Duncan. Advantage rule played. Got it to Page. Back to Unfank. And they're out here. Have a look at this for space. Luke, as Carroll's off.
He certainly is, Robbie. Away goes Fletcher Carroll. Look at the classy player go. Back from South Australia. Right foot. Squaring kick to Jake Gaynor. That is the yellow and black at their best.
Yeah, that was fantastic work there by Albury. Again, you see it so often. Corowa able to go forward, get an inside 50, but their rebound is absolutely clinical. One of the best left footers off the half back line too. Unthank just starting that run, and Carroll, great hit up.
Here goes Jake Gaynor directly in front, 35 out, and he has got it, has he? Yes, he has. Jake likes it. 88 plays 28 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone, what have we gone, Dan? We're gone 4 in the third term.
Did he forget to turn that on?
Yeah.
He did.
Not to worry. Not to worry, Dan.
Can't do everything in
We'll forgive you. No.
Yeah, good on you, Dan.
Yeah, really good finish there by Jakey Gaynor. And I think Corowa started that quarter a little bit more positively. They were able to work it around that back line, but as you just saw, Albury, when they get that rebound, are just so clinical. 3 inside 50s for them in the opening few minutes as well, and Corowa have just had the one.
One job, eh? Turn the time on. Start of the quarter.
Yeah, we'll have to start calling you shirt. We could turn back time.
Oh, no.
Freaky always turns the clock on, doesn't he?
I think
Anyway.
he's very good at it. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't miss a trick.
Don't worry about sprinkles.
Free kick's going to go the way of Jed Longmire, who's been one of the best for the Roos for mine.
I agree, Robbie.
In the number 6. Ignores a chance to handball to Joey Hanson. Oh, pumps a kick long, deep, penetrating kick. Ball brought to ground. Will Unthank started this third quarter in good fashion. Hart over the ball. Oh, he's in trouble. Big trouble. Now he tackles. He tackled too high, I think, or did he? No. Not bad umpiring from my perspective there. Lukey could have gone either way. 50-50, play on, ball up.
Yeah, I like it, Robbie. They let things go today and just let the players play. Here's Sam Dunstan, lost that one. Yeah, gone cold. And here the Tigers go. Now look out. This is where they're at.
Yeah, look out
They're
here.
dangerous best. Here goes Powell off half back, and he goes over the top to Anthony Miles. Miles wants to kick it forward 35 metres. Picks up Walker. Walker turns and goes, wheels, pops it up, puts it to Conlon one-on-one. Well done, Ryan Ayres. Now here comes Jake Gaynor. He's brought down in a heavy tracker. Well done, Roos. Dispossessed, and they'll win the ball back in their defensive 50, Robbie.
Yeah, great tackle, wasn't it? I'm just trying to pick up the player who applied the tackle there.
Morton.
It was Brady Morton. Yeah, Brady Morton. Great tackle. Kicks down. They got the numbers here, the Tigers. Good mark. Hillary. Push him in the back. It's the call.
He was holding his arm, I thought.
Okay, good spot there. Dan Vaccaro. Mason Moyle kicks the ball down the line. Hope. He had plenty of it. He couldn't keep it in. And it will be balled up on the Murray River side of the ground. As I'll tell you what, I reckon there'll be a lot of players in that Murray River in around about an hour's time.
Yeah.
And it'll be the cool down method. It'll be a boundary throw in. Third quarter, 6 minutes gone. 88-28, Tigers lead. We're doing this one for Indigo Power.
Dan Vaccaro, 40-wing stat sheet. What do you got there,
4
Dan?
inside 50s already for Albury, so they are dominating. They've just got to find a way here, Corowa. Good last line defending, but they've just got to find a way to negate their inside 50s.
Lavis brought to ground by Fletcher Carroll.
Luke, you and Dan wanted to know from me what I thought was our Sunjan goal of the day contender.
Yeah.
It's been a tricky one, hasn't been? A lot of running goals, a lot of team goals. So just hold on to your ticket at the moment if you want the Sunjan goal of the day.
Jackson Kelly, first quarter from one.
Perhaps.
Yeah, a few nominees. Now there's Jansen. Gaynor's been great in the start of his third term. Spears it in. Look at that. Jacob Conlon. What a wonderful footballer this guy is.
Great call, voice. You could see Matty Walker almost committing to the contest. He heard the voice. He was familiar with it, and he let it go, because that's how injuries can happen, Luke.
That's right, Robbie, and they work so well together. They give each other room, the Tigers forwards, to lead into.
What are you laughing at, Dan?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Here comes Jacob Conlon. We'll get back to Dan Vaccaro as Jacob steers it through. So he gets another. That's his fourth. And the Tigers in no danger at John Ford Oval on Easter Saturday. They are really getting away now, Dan.
Yeah, they are. And Robbie, I reckon you've got a new crush, I reckon. I go a minute without getting a mention, Luke. Old Matty Walker for Robbie. So,
yeah,
no,
okay.
he likes him and I like it. But, yeah, look, great finish by Albury now. They're running away with it. 5 inside 50
Dan,
to 2.
You can start, you can carry on with that dribble if you like, but all I'm trying to offer to our listeners and our viewers is what I saw was a great bit of teamwork, and people, you don't ignore that. I looked for that little things that don't...
Robbie, I like it.
Okay.
I think I'm lucky I'm sitting in between you guys.
Keep doing
here.
you, Robbie.
There's Powell, got on to Kelly, back to Gaynor. Gaynor kicks it across to Tiziani, takes a beauty. Oh, you got to pay it, and he did. It was a finger biter in the end. Elite body and paint, mark or player of the day. Whatever you like, Luke Francis.
Yes.
There's Tommy O'Brien. He's been close to best on ground today as well. Here's Heiner Hennessy. He's in the shade. I reckon they'll chip the ball around in the shade here. Kick down the line. Here's Conlon. Goes to Carroll. Carroll will run into an open goal and slams it through. And the Tigers have brought up the ton. 15-10, 100. And they lead the Roos 4-4-28. Another classic bit of running football, but great work out of the middle. Big Isaac Muller got it going. Power was involved. They all had a hand on it. Unbelievable football from the Tigers.
Yeah, he's spot on, Robbie, and Fletcher Carroll as well. He started like a house on fire this third term. 5 disposals and a goal, which takes his total to 17 for the game as well. So he's just dominating this affair here at Corowa.
They're asserting their authority now, the Albury Tigers, Sky.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Corowa just need to be a little bit more disciplined in their setup behind the ball. They're taking it into the 50, but they're not set up well enough behind the ball. So when it comes out, Albury are just out.
Sky Burgess for the Newmarket Hotel. We've had Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet. Myself and Robbie McKinlay, brought to you by McRae Motors. Here's Muller. And look at him go through centre half forward. He goes for home. It's left Conlon at the back. Off his shoulder, has gone through for one behind. Didn't Isaac Muller's eyes just light up like dinner plates, Robbie?
He had a crack big fella, didn't he?
Didn't he? What?
He wasn't kicking to the goal, top of the goal
No,
square.
you're right. You're right. He said, this is mine. This is all me.
He was heading for home.
Beautiful.
He was in the Bush Range, the Murray Bush Rangers 10 years ago.
There you go.
Look at where he's come.
Yeah.
And as I know, Dan said, I think he's as good a ruckman in the competition, Dan.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. He's an out-and-out star. And if you look at the hit-outs last year, he had more hit-outs than anyone in the comp, and he had more hit-outs to advantage than anyone in the comp.
Johnson, who took a good mark, kicked the ball to centre wing. Nice. Oh, Jed Longmire beat about 3 or 4 of them. Kicked the ball deep into half forward. Here's a chance for Ayres. Taps it to himself. Being tracked there. Was Dunstan, Sammy Dunstan being tracked there by Fletcher Hart. And he appeals for deliberate out of bounds. That went coast to coast in a hurry. Lukey, boundary throw in 20 metres around from the Roos goal. A good opportunity here for them to bang through their 5th goal.
Yeah, that's it, Robbie. So Bridge Road end at the moment, back pocket, far side. Let's have a look for our listeners on 1494 2AY and 15663E, and hope you're enjoying the pictures on the live stream thanks to Snap Printing. There's Muller getting it out wide. And they go down the line here. Garlett's taken the mark.
Miles has been good too, Luke.
Yeah, gee, plays it. He plays it for keeps, doesn't he,
Yeah.
Anthony Miles? Here's Conlon well up the ground. Deft touch on the left foot, hooks it back to Colby Heiner Hennessy.
Whoa.
Digging the new haircut too. I reckon it looks good. Then out wide to Tiziani, and Tiziani's going to stroll in and kick another. So the Tigers get their 16th. 107 plays 28 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. There's Lockie's 4th. Third term brought to you by Indigo Power. Let's go down to Sky Burgess for the Newmarket.
I was just going to ask, did we not have a raffle?
Yes, I've got the winning ticket too.
Yeah, I
yes.
thought so.
I'll get back to you. Keep going, Sky, and I've got the winning ticket here.
Oh, that's okay. That's all I was really thinking about, to be honest. I believe it was I could almost remember, I reckon.
Here it is,
Oh.
13316. So if you're listening in your car or in the vicinity here, that is the winning ticket. White ticket, 13316.
How we go, Dan?
We didn't go well.
Didn't we?
Yeah, I was going to give you that, but I'll tell you who is going well. It's Aubrey. 9 inside 50s
Hey,
now
boys.
this quarter.
Thanks,
Don't
Dan.
worry, a
Dominating.
lot of these raffles don't have a winner, just quietly.
Yeah, wow.
Hey, I'm not saying that's the case here, but
Yeah, right.
it just
Okay.
people leave, patrons leave.
Extraordinary allocation.
Patrons leave
Wow.
and they may
This
miss
is,
the boat. Well done,
okay.
Nathan Dunstan. Kicks the ball to half forward. Oh, here's a good go by Leslie. Run onto the footy. Kick a goal. Leslie loads up from 60 and kicks a minor score.
So if you flick on the box during the week and see Robbie McKinlay on judge duty, you might know what it's all about, Dan Vaccaro.
That'd be extraordinary viewing.
Yeah, bogus raffle. And Treno on the...
Still some great work there, Trent.
Hit may have happened in the Holbrook Cricket Club at some stage.
How many decades are we going back? Let's hope it's not 10 weeks. I hope it's 10 years rather than 10 weeks, Robbie.
Yeah, I think I'm safe.
Okay. And then to the centre wing here, Hanson, Joe, off to Bertram, on to Leslie. Oh, good fist out of bounds by Ben Kelly. Left of centre wing here. My goodness, controversial stuff here in the third term here, Dan.
I don't even think raffle paper was invented in the 40s.
Oh, come on.
Just quietly.
If we get a real one-sided game one day, I'll elaborate more.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Any names? Will they be
No,
dropped?
no
names?
Oh, they might.
Okay.
A couple
yeah.
have passed away. In jail. Now the
Right,
ball's gone back to the middle of the ground. Here's McGrath. Shot a handball to Jackson Kelly. Drives the ball to half forward. Conlon takes a big grab. 50 out. He wants to play on. He's looking at some options. Heiner Hennessy. Conlon might go for the big sticks here. He kicks it long. Matty Walker. Good grab.
Yes.
I didn't pay it.
Oh, has to be paid.
Well, he didn't. Look, you can argue all you like, but he didn't pay it.
Okay.
I was surprised. So was Matty Walker. And the ball's going to now he's going to be penalised. This is going to go against Bertram, is it? And free kick's going to go the way of the Albury Tigers. And who's underneath there? It looks. Is it Page? No, it's young McGrath. He battled very hard for that.
Tell you what, Robbie, I may have disputed that umpire's decision, but they've been wonderful today.
They have. They've been outstanding.
They've let it go
Yep.
and just let these two teams go at it.
Best in the business, Jason Rain.
Good. Well, I don't think he's out there, mate.
Isn't he?
Or is he?
Yes, he is the best in the business.
No, he's not out there. He's not out there, you clown. McGrath has a shot, puts it through, hits the post. He needed an in-swinger, Luke, and he got an outie.
He did.
And that's what happened.
He did,
so
Robbie.
he just hit the post. No, Jason Rain's not out there, but he's had his hand prints are all over these umpires, the way they're performing. I think that's what you meant.
Thank you, Robbie. Thanks for the out there, mate.
Look at him, yes!
Okay, that came from the studio. That was Trent Geddes, if you're wondering who that voice was.
I emceed the umpires prezzo at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it all went well. I'm
Okay.
right in the mix there.
Beautiful,
Go to BJ
Robbie.
Burton's after the game, Robbie. We'll get you a medal. Thank you for sharing.
Well, you did a bit of whistleblowing a couple of minutes ago. Robbie?
Yeah, didn't I?
That was more to come about that. Stay tuned on O&M Live throughout the year.
No, just
Bombshell.
I just have notes. Sometimes, it's like you're trying to find a winner of a raffle and the patron's already gone home.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
You're like halfway across another ball with no number plates, was what you're talking about, Robbie. Okay, back into play here, right of centre wing, Kelly. Oh, well done. He's
Ned
going
Kelly.
well in the third term. He then gets it back in. Oh, Forrest going back with the flight. Good mark.
Gutsy.
Been
Yeah, it
superb
was.
today, Forrest.
I've loved his game.
He has. He's worked hard. As we said, was with the Wang Rovers 18s last year, or 17s, and played in the grand final. And here they go, the Roos. Now, they want to switch it, so this is interesting. And it goes out to Ryan Ayres. So it came from Spencer. That's good play. Trying to find Hanson out the back. Now, Jordan Ayres can run onto it. Getting to it first, though, was right. Now, what's happened here?
I think Sky
Block.
knows more.
Yeah, block. He just kind of used his body to take him out of the contest and let it go over, but they've called a block.
Yeah, okay. Gain up. 65 out. Now, what's the options he's got there? He's got Matty Walker deep in the goal square. He's going to ignore that. He's going to go to the left. He spots up Colby Heiner Hennessy, who's about 50 metres out, right in front of the scoreboard. Goes across. Oh, young McGrath found himself in a great position, Charlie McGrath. Reads the game well. And he's going to set himself up for a shot on goal. Now, he hit the post about 2 minutes ago, boys and girls. He didn't do a lot wrong. I think he was allowed for a bit of breeze that wasn't quite there.
You backing him in, Robbie?
I am. I'm going to back the young fella in. I like what I saw his last outing. He's better for the run in racing Palances. And look at that, McGrath. That's a beautiful kick. Look at that.
That was a beautiful
Straight
kick.
through the guts from Charlie McGrath. He picks up his first goal, and I'm going to say that's his first goal in senior footy. Hope I'm right. Dan, you're the
Robbie.
You're the stats man, Dan.
I'm not double checking you, mate, but that is a very good finish there by Albury Tigers, and they're just running away with this affair now. So 12 inside 50s for this quarter, but 6 marks as well, Lukey Francis. So they are just doing an absolute number on Corowa Rutherglen now for the third quarter. Inspirations paint, and the score is 4-5, 29 to Albury, 17-12, 114. So very dominant display here by the Albury Tigers today.
Yeah, that's it. We're going 13.5 on the NZ Albury time clock. We are in the third term here. Let's have a look. So we're back in the middle for a reset. Kelly got hands to it. Miles brings him down in a strong tackle. Ball comes out the side. Here they go. Jesse Johnson gets it forward here for the Roos inside 50 to the Bridge Road end. Good mark, Sam Dunstan. So we haven't seen much of him. They were starved of the ball, the forwards, for most of this game.
He's got the right match, I reckon. They just with young Hart, but they just can't quite get enough ball into him.
That's it. So Fletcher Hart is 45 out. He's the man on the mark here. Far side of the Bridge Road end. Now, Sam Dunstan, we know he's a beautiful kick. So,
well, back yourselves in here, boys. You think he'll kick it?
Yeah, let's back him in to
Dan?
get one for the Roos.
Out in the full.
Oh, come on, Dan.
I was going to go a point. I don't feel so aggressive now.
Out in the full.
That's as
Near
mean as it gets, Dan Vaccaro.
Near side out in the full.
Oh, okay.
Put it through the guts, mate.
Here goes Sam Dunstan. Lining up. White boot strikes it from 50. Gives it a ride. It's going. It's coming to the near side, and it's gone through for one behind.
Sky wins.
114 to 30. Sky gets the points. Robbie?
Yeah, and no chocolates, though.
No chocolates.
Ooh,
I actually won my Easter raffle. Thank you very much. I get all the chocolates.
Oh, don't talk to me about raffles. A bit touchy subject at the moment.
We can't all be winners, okay?
No.
Be criminals, though.
Meanwhile,
Hey.
A free kick's going to go to the Albury co-coach. Miles. Snip goes across half-back, finds Gaynor.
They could have raffled it, Robbie.
They could have raffled it, and there was a few winners available. O'Hara. Oh, his handball was a bit sloppy. Unthank did well to mop it up, and there's another sloppy handball. Gilmore has been put under the pump big time. He's in trouble. He's in more trouble than the Albury Cricket Club. That one. And now it's going to be Bertram, who got the free kick, and he finds Longmire in midfield.
He does, on the edge of the square. So here he goes, Jed Longmire, and he wants to drive it into the 50 there, going across. Oh, good contest down there. Byrne did nicely to get to it. Now, Miles is calling for someone to lead at him.
Oh, what a kick.
It was very nice. Here they come through McGrath. He fires it forward. Goal behind a Hennessy. Good mark. And what play there from McGrath, Robbie.
Yeah, the young fella, just awareness. And Hennessy, they've got that synergy, obviously. Hennessy shimmied to the left. His opponent, Tommy Forrest, went that way. Hennessy got around on the right. And the kick was centimetre perfect.
That's it. Now, for those who are watching O&M live last year, Colby Heine Hennessy had long, flowing blonde hair. So he's trimmed it up. He's gone back to his natural colour, and I like it. Short back and sides. And he steers it through, and that is as neat as his hairdo.
Yeah, I'm with you too.
Let's go down to you, Sky. What's the latest down there?
Lots of rotations coming now. They were just making the most of that, the goal rest. So we've had lots of rotations. I was just keeping an eye on Brady Morton before he did come off and get a pretty extensive rub on his calf, especially his right one. So we'll keep an eye on him as the game goes on. It is hot, and we're not even at fourth quarter yet.
Yeah, that's it. Still got one to go.
Doing an unbelievable job, Sky. We might have to get her back down and shoot Monty up.
You're going to pay me to fly in, fly out?
I'll have a chat to Panda after the game for this guy.
Have a chat to Harrow. Now running through Johnson. JJ, good through traffic. Brushed aside a couple of would-be tacklers in the end. Marks trying to work the ball in front of him. Here's O'Hara. Handball release was good. Back to... Duncan's kick wasn't as good. JJ Johnson kicks the ball down a half forward. Dunstan comes out. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. He was under a lot of pressure there. So it wasn't Dunstan. It was Darcy Hope. And him and Gilmore and Hope have had a bit of a to-do all day. They've just sort of... And that one Gilmore sucked hope in on that occasion, won a free kick off half-back, pumps it down to centre wing, and Big Isaac gets the handball out to Tiziani.
Yeah, and it's come out of bounds on the full here, just in front of our broadcast spot. So if you did miss it, yesterday it was the Wodonga Raiders by 6 points, 1 goal over the Lavington Panthers at Birrelly Park in round 1 in the derby. Women's Oval, it was the Wang Rovers by 12 points, defeating the Maggies. And then tomorrow, Easter Sunday, we've got the Saints up against North Albury at the McNamara Reserve, and a big one at Mulwala, the Pigeons, to take on the Bulldogs. And you'll be there, Robbie.
I will be there. I'll be in Mulwala tomorrow. Looking forward to it too, Lukey. So we're going to 17 premiership players still in that Yarrawonga side from last year.
Yeah, 4-point win, over the Albury Tigers.
Epic game, wasn't it?
I've got, wasn't a white. Here's Muller, Miles, working so hard as he always does. Bounced out of Tiziani's way, ended up with Lavis. Tiziani goes again. He's at the bottom of the pack. Umpire has called it.
Dan, have you got stats on Anthony Miles?
Yeah.
Third quarter, how many touches?
Anthony Miles has had Anthony Miles this quarter has had 5 disposals.
Give him another
14
one
for the game.
I reckon you missed half of them. I reckon he's had 1 million this quarter. Here goes Elliot Powell, kicks it to half forward. Walker takes a beauty across half forward. No one in the gold square. They're rushing back. Charlie McGrath gives a lead. If he kicks it deep, McGrath's a chance. Heiner Hennessy kept on running. Runs in, he doesn't play on. I think he momentarily contemplated the option.
Yeah, great work there by Colby Heiner Hennessy.
It's a great kick. Was it Tiziani kicked that in, was it? Lads?
Walker.
So Matty Walker, yeah.
Yeah, so he made it work for him, that kick. Colby Heiner Hennessy. And
nicely done, Dan.
Goal.
Running
Thank you, Robbie.
Takes the score out to 126 to 30. But yeah, great running play. And again, Anthony Miles had his hand on the ball. And Dan, he seems to have had a lot more of the ball this quarter.
No, 15.
Miles. Yeah,
15.
For 15 for the quarter.
No, 15 for the match.
Well, I'm keen to see how that one pans out. But this is Albury Tigers at the best. They've kicked 6 goals in the first quarter. They kicked 6 goals in the second. They've kicked 7 in the third. The Roos have just got the 2 behinds this quarter.
Beautiful. Sky Burgess has been boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. And Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet. And Luke Francis and Robbie McKinlay calling for McRae Motors. 4th turn's brought to you by Indigo Power. And this is the 3rd turn. Okay. Johnson got swung around. How is that for a cover-up? And then Powell brought him to the deck. So a quarter to come after this.
I've questioned Vaccaro's talent today, haven't I?
Yeah.
Called him into action.
It's been on.
No,
free kick given.
Doesn't miss much, our man, Dan.
He doesn't. Going to Leslie. He's tried his heart out for the Roos. Wants to go to half forward. Duncan. Here's Jordan Ayres. McGrath was after him. Duncan goes again. Quick one to Page. Back to Duncan. Duncan with the left foot. Down the line looking for Heiner Hennessy. He's been very good, Heiner Hennessy, particularly in this 3rd term. The ball has been fisted out of bounds. Yes.
Any AFL action around the grounds for Mr. Stowe's Pool World, Dan? Or
Not yet,
starting
we've got
late?
the later game is the 4:20 between Skies St Kilda against the Dons, so that's starting soon.
Yep.
I fancy the Saints in that game, just quietly.
Got the Australian Cup coming up at 4:15 this afternoon too, Robbie.
Yeah, Page pumps the ball into half forward. Oh, keep an eye on Tommy Forrest. He got a little tough one there. Carroll goes short. Confusion reigns, but Tizzy Harney takes some. No, called the play on. And then he's just mobbed by Joey Hansen. And actually, it's going to be a free kick go the way. Tizzy paid the mark. I'm just not sure the umpire was signalling there at one point in time, but there was nearly a massive collision there between Matty Walker and Lockie Tiziani. In the end, Tiziani's taken a mark. He's go back. He's going to try to kick 5.
8 marks inside forward 50 for Albury this quarter from 15 entries as well. So that's where the game's been won.
Keep an eye on Tommy Forrest, please. Sky just coming off. Ooh. He's been terrific today. Tiziani, 25 out, almost directly in front to kick his 5th goal. Comes in now, kick on the way, and he's missed it. The locals loved it, and Tiziani didn't. 19-13, 127. Albury lead the Roos 4-6-30. And we've gone 26 minutes for Indigo Power. And that is on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
So the Roos out of the full-back position. Here's O'Brien. It's been very good for the yellow and black this afternoon. And that has been caught out of bounds. Okay, it's only a young man down here. Good on him.
Darcy Hope a bit stiff not to get a free kick there, I reckon. Hamish Gilmore might have just got one over the top of the shoulder there.
Boundary umpire hurls it back into play. Does a great job too. Nathan Dunstan. And then Lomwai Kelly's got him in a strong tackle. Leslie tried to bring down Kelly. Longmire doesn't like the attention from Kelly, but that was a fair tackle. And it was
hard
a beauty.
as nails, isn't he, Longmire? He's been fantastic today. 15 disposals for the man.
That's it. Kelly out of the ruck. That was Ben. Look at them going in for the pill. Haven't turned it up here, the Roos. They're trying hard. Here's Kelly swinging it around. That was Jackson over the head of the Tigers, and then going down Kyle behind Hennessy, got swung around. Taken over the line by Morton. So, hearing the voices from the bench down here. And there'll be a boundary throw in, Robbie, just right of our broadcast spot.
Yeah, I think he said truck.
Yep, thank you.
Boundary throw in the shade. That's a rarity on this big ground at the moment. Kelly tapped it. Now off the ground. He's tackled there, the big fella, Mason Moyle, who hasn't seen a lot of the ball. Kicked one nice goal. In the second, I think it was the second quarter, Mason Moore kicked that goal. So the third. Second quarter, indeed, it was. Here's Byrne, tough at the footy. Longmire was the same. Garlett gathered. Handball released to Jay Hillary. Kicks it to half forward, and there's no one at home except Jason Marks, who runs from half back. He thought about threading a handball. He had one bounce. He's going to have to take a second. He does, and he drives it long to half forward.
He does, Marks. Now Duncan is back there, coming out with Sam Dunstan. And the Roos can't get a handle on the ball. Fletcher hard back to Duncan. And that brings the three-quarter time siren. And at the three-quarter time siren break, it is Albury with a mighty lead. They lead 19-13, 127 to the Corowa Rutherglen Roos 4-6-30. We'll get to a break. This is OMFNL Live. And remember, on OMFNL Live, you will not miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Yeah, welcome back everyone. So the Roos returning to action this afternoon at John Ford Oval, but at three-quarter time the Tigers with a big break. 19-13, 127 to Corowa's 4-6-30. It's been a wonderful day though. Big crowd around both huddles here down at ground level, and very shortly we'll go down to Sky Burgess and see if she could hear anything from the coaches. Of course, Steve Owen and Sean Daly and Anthony Miles giving out the orders for their respective clubs. Now, Dan, we'll have our McRae Motors quarters best. What did you think in the third term?
Oh, it was complete dominance by Albury, if I'm being honest, Lukey. They really just showed up, and it was a really professional sort of quarter. 15 entries inside their forward 50, but they had 8 marks as well from those entries, so super, super accurate and potent. But Optus quarter's best for that quarter. You could take a pick out of a number of blokes. Fletcher Carroll had 7 touches and a goal. Anthony Miles had 7 touches, really important around the stoppage, and Jakey Gaynor had 8 touches, so you can take your pick out of that quarter there. For Corowa, I really have loved Jed Longmire's game all day today. Yeah, only had 6 touches this quarter, but he's working around the contest. He's super hard at it. He's hard as a cat's head. And also Connor Leslie as well. 6 touches for that quarter, 18 for the game. So those two guys have been really good in a tough performance for Corowa, Lukey.
Yeah, beautiful. Denver Carroll on the 40-wing stat sheet and giving us our McRae Motors quarters best. Rightio. Well, Blake Escott opened his briefcase full of cash, and Sky Burgess was back in a flash from the Sunshine State. She's down there on ground level. She's actually talking to the great Blake Escott at the moment. Sky, what could you grab for us? Could you hear much from those huddles?
Yeah, I could. I went over to Albury this time, and as you can imagine, he's pretty happy with how the boys are going. The only thing he touched on was he's just asked the half forwards to focus on rolling up to the back of the stoppage and just stop them getting that quick handball out. He was super, super happy with the backs and pretty much just said, you know, let's play 4 quarters, let's finish it off. They want to put the foot down. He said they had 7 goals this last quarter, they want 8 this one, you know, so they're not going to take the foot off the pedal.
Yeah, that's it. The Roos, so important that they get something out of this final term, Robbie.
They got to try and win the quarter, guys.
Yep, that is it for sure. So just waiting for the crowd to disperse.
Big one too, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's your number, Robbie?
I reckon it's got to be close to 4. 3.5.
Yeah,
4.
Similar to last night's crowd.
Yeah, which is great.
For my eye, which is around about that 4K mark.
That's it. So
there's a footy on
set.
the ground, boys. There's a footy. Yeah, Jed Longmire's going to go, and some kids left their footy on the ground.
They have.
Their little Rossi Faulkner or Sharon. And
the old Rossi Faulkner.
Now, here, now the boys behind the goal said, hey, that's ours, Jed Longmire.
I reckon it's a Burley.
And he's kicked the...
Burley?
The old Burley.
What
about the Sharon Lyrebirds?
Give him a stat for that. I want you to give Jed Longmire a stat for that one.
Stat sheet, Robbie. You stay away from my stat sheet, all right?
Right, I already had one dip at you, haven't I?
We're just about ready to go here in the final term. Albury lead 127-30 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. And this last one is brought to you by Mac Jack Sheds. Here's Robbie McKinlay.
Good stuff, Lukey Francis. The early tap to Nathan Dunstan. Oh, coming in hard was Nick Wright.
Oh.
And he's cleaned up Anthony Miles. It was a fair hip and shoulder, both hard at the ball. Man, Miles, he's up. He's a little bit groggy.
Unbelievable intent there by Corowa Rutherglen.
Nick Wright just coming in hard at the footy. Tap down. Good news is that, geez, he's tough, Anthony Miles. Seriously, that was a real bone rattler. I think he's going to come back, or he's going back down towards half back, so he's okay.
I think they're trying to tell him to get off, and he is not having a bar. He's a tough competitor.
And he's just come in and crunched into, he's a tough competitor, all right. He's just crashed into big Nathan Dunstan. The kick came in, so Dunstan has the ball. He's still inside the centre square. He lobs the ball up towards Mason Moyle, who got a push.
Yep, great call there by the umpire for mine.
Well, he's in the right spot anyway.
And Mason Moyle will go back and have a shot on goal. He hasn't seen a lot of the footy. He looks like he might be a reasonable kick on goal.
That's it, Robbie. So he's going to have a chance here in the shade at the river end here, broadcast side. Man on the mark, Byrne, is at about 40.
Yep. Here comes Christian Mason Moyle. Kick on the way, and he's hooked it. Doesn't get the journey either. Mark kept in, though. Here's a chance for Sam Dunstan. Spun around, handball. Billy Hanson hits the behind post, which means the ball will be thrown back into play. We've gone minute and a half, final quarter for Mac Jack Sheds, and it's 127-30. Can Corowa Rutherglen keep it under a ton, the margin?
Yeah, it's a good question, Robbie. We'll see how it pans out. Anthony Miles still on the ground, so they couldn't get him off the playing arena after that hit shortly after the bounce. Here's McGrath. Look at them tearing in the Roos like vultures over there. Bertram goes in.
It's interesting, isn't it, Anthony Miles staying out there? You wonder whether the 3-week concussion rule change by the AFL is going to make a difference in players wanting to come off and get tested or not.
Yeah, fair point, Sky. There's Muller, just adjacent to the scoreboard, got it outside 50 miles. And then Jackson Kelly working hard. He got brought down. Play goes on, a little scrappy here. Nathan Dunstan gets one out the side to Joe Hansen, weaves through, finds Pernag, and they play on here to Jesse Johnson. Ball tumbling in. Sam Dunstan at the front, gets past Jordan Ayres. Now Jansen just watched it to Pernag, out to Joe Hansen, back to Johnson to Joe Hansen. So they're working it around. He's going to go forward now. All along the ground, it was Bill Hansen, in fact. Now Lavis goes in, long ball to the goal square. Burn magnificent. Got a fist to it, and that is a behind. Jansen coming to the bench, Robbie.
Yeah, Sky, just keep an eye on that. See Jansen coming. I'm not sure if it's cramp or it's a calf type of injury, but just see what you can find out, Dr. Burgess.
He just grabbed the pickle juice straight away,
Yeah, there you go.
But I'll keep an eye on him.
That generally means cramp. Or he likes his pickle juice. Who knows?
Yeah, that's another option. Yeah.
And we can confirm Tom Forrest has just come back out. He's been concussion tested and he's right to go back out.
That's great news because he's been one of their best. Great catch there by Gilmore too. How about the kick? Jay Hilary found space. Open half forward line. Garlett's going to have the ball in his hands now. Gathers. Jeff Garlett weighs up his options. Well-weighted kick. Ball came down the ground. Matty Walker will go back for a second crack at it. Couldn't pick it up. Tracked nicely there. Pernag was good off half back. Came back to Robinson. On to Bertram. Bertram now for low kick. Brady Morton. Kick's going to be good. Picked up okay on the half volley. Kick off the ground.
Ooh.
That's how you can break a bloody leg there.
Ooh. Jay Hillary clutching at his hand.
Yeah, and the player who kicked the ball off the ground, I hope he's okay too. We can't see what it is. And meanwhile, they've played on. Jake Gaynor gathered it. He's marked and he's kicked and he's found Matty Walker, 25 out directly in front. Jay Hillary coming off. Another one to keep an eye on for Sky Burgess.
They're starting to rack up now, aren't they? The heat and the fatigue's really starting to kick in, and heavy bodies and collisions like that.
Keep an eye on Joe Hansen too. He's put his hands in the air too. He's starting to walk off towards the bench too. So there's a bit of carnage started this last quarter.
Yeah.
A couple to watch here. So Hansen, the skipper, coming off. Meanwhile, Matty Walker comes in and puts it through for the first goal of the final term. Albury have 20, 2013, 133. Lead Corowa again, 4-7-31. And Matt Walker brings up just his second goal for the afternoon. Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, really good finish there by Matt Walker, hence why he was on an AFL list for a couple of years, Robbie, your man. So really good finish there by Albury, and they're just continuing their great work. Jacob Gaynor, he's had a superb second half as well. He set up that goal there. He has had the 11 touches in the second half, so he's been fantastic today as well on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, that's it. So a great start to the AFL season, also the O&M season, and the Autumn Carnival continues in racing. Australian Cup today, got the Tancred, and also the Doncaster Preludes on in Sydney. And then there's a contest just inside the square here on the halfback flank, and the umpire will take it. Let's have a look. Ball aloft. Muller has a swipe at it. Powell overran it. Johnston fighting away with Garlett. Well done, Johnston. And then he gets brought to the deck, and the umpire to take it again. So 133 plays 31 here on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone close to 6 minutes in the final term. And again, the ball is wrapped up. It's not going far at all. Yeah.
There you go, eh?
There you go.
A couple of big races coming up, Luke. I know you'll be all over that like a seagull around a chip at the MCG.
As Sandy Roberts used to say, didn't he, around a half-eaten sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fletch Carroll, handball over the top. Charlie McGrath been excellent today. Kicks it in, top of the goal square, over the back. Mark taken by Cole behind a Hennessy. Handballs on to Jacob Conlon. Runs into an open goal, and Jacob Conlon kicks goal No, he hit the post.
Gee.
He's hit the post.
Oh, that is a shot. That is a
well,
Davey
there
Crocker.
you go. He has missed. Well, that's a non-Sunjan goal of the day for mine. And marked by Wright at half-back. I cannot believe he missed that.
That's 5 metres out, Robbie.
Well, you did well to pick that up in the end, Robbie, because everyone had sort of turned their attention back to the middle, waiting for the ball to go back. But anyway, it's one behind. Good, strong contest out here. In the back, though, has been called.
And Maxie Byrne, he's a tough nut, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Turns it over.
Jeez, Max.
And now Ayres. Oh, Jordan. Oh, well done, Duncan. Having to pedal back at a rate of knots and took the mark. Great to centre half back in Fletcher Carroll over the top to Elliot Powell. Gee, he can play the game, this guy. On to Jackson Kelly. Now Jackson sees what he likes inside 50. Good delivery to Conlon.
He might get his fifth now, Lukey.
He might, Robbie. So Forrest.
Watch Braden O'Hara, all on his own here. Gee, that's lazy from Connor Leslie.
And in fact, that's Heiner Hennessy on to Braden O'Hara, and he misses. So good pressure in the end there from Jed Longmire, and he lets him know about it too, I think.
I don't mind that from Jed Longmire. They're still having a dip, the Corowa players, but Robbie nailed it. It was poor defensive work there by Connor Leslie. He has to run back there.
I suppose ignorance of the competition. Never knows. You don't. When Braden O'Hara's lurking around the forward 50, you don't go. You got to give him attention. But that didn't matter who it was. It was a situation. He needed to chase his man. So, tired footballers out there, cut him a bit of grace. First game of the year. Oh, Muller, good grab. Gee, he'd be in the votes today almost, I reckon. Isaac Muller. Fletcher Carroll, sharp hands, got it onto Colby, Heiner Hennessy. Garlett will mark, and he won't play on. Jeffy Garlett will go back. And now, I don't know, this is about the same distance as Jeff Garlett had the shot on grand final, though, wasn't it? It's almost the same shot. It is, you know. And that was a tricky shot on that day. 40 metres out. Let's see what Jeffy can do. Comes in now, and Jeffy rams it straight through the guts. And he's back in town, Jeffy Garlett. Been good today. And the Tigers pick up another goal, the second for the quarter. We thought we had the second earlier for Jacob Conlon, but that one there is slided through. So nice finish from Jeff Garlett. 21-15, 141. The Tigers lead Rutherglen 4-7-31.
Yeah, been pretty good today, old Jeffy Garlett. He's worked his way up the ground a little bit, and he's come back and he's put through a much-deserved goal there. But Albury Tigers 6 inside 50s now for them for the day. They're just running away with it. Fletcher Carroll 3 disposals. Jake Gaynor 2 disposals this quarter as well. They're getting their hands on the footy.
Yeah, Easter Saturday, hey, at John Ford Oval. And the Easter Bunny, he'll be at home now, just on the forklift, about to load the truck, Robbie. As we get back to O'Hara, and then coming in was Jansen. Now that's Bertram fighting away for it at the bottom of the pack here. Umpire lets it go. O'Hara gets it out the back. Fletcher Carroll running inside 50, the Bridge Road end, puts it on the boot, sets sail and misses. That has gone through for one behind. So 142 plays 31 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. The final term is brought to you by Mac Jack Sheds. And on the NZ Albury time clock, we're gone 10 minutes, Robbie McKinlay.
Thanks, Lukey. Almost 10 gone. It's the NZ time clock. And the umpire here, he's not going to run over and ball it up. He said, I'll pick out a free kick here. I don't need to do any more running. They've been good today, the lads. Good, sharp first up performance. Looks like Jake Page has got cramp. The handball to Unthank made him work. Back to Unthank. And Unthank says, I think I might kick it. He does. Squares it up. Garlett from behind. Oh, reading the ball beautifully is Matty Walker.
Dan McCarrow.
And he'll go back and have a shot to kick his 3rd goal.
Yeah, beautiful kick there by Will Unthank. It was just perfect. He couldn't escape it, old Matty Walker, on that occasion there. But no, really good play there by Albury.
You too.
So he's probably just lining up for his 3rd. Could have probably kicked 4 or 5, but
She's a smooth mover,
yeah,
isn't he?
and Tiziani's helped him out a lot too, and Conlon. You'd rather three of them kicking 4 or 5 each, wouldn't you, Luke? That's a beautiful kick.
Look at
that. Is just a superb finish from Matty Walker, who he's from these surrounds here, boys. He grew up playing out at CDHBU.
Okay.
At one stage in the Hume League one year, he was leading the goal kicking in the under-14s and the under-17s in the same year.
Wow.
That's how he good. I think he played every grade that year. Not bad going. Matty
effort.
Walker, there you go. That's a little bit of a snapshot on why I like the boy. 22-16, 148 Albury, 4-7-31 Rutherglen.
Very good. A laddie who's had a finger on the pulse, boundary side all day is Sky Burgess for the Newmarket. What's the story down there at the moment, Sky?
I think the boys are really starting to feel the pinch now. We've got lots of calf rubs going on, lots of stretching, lots of pickle juice.
Yeah.
But no other serious injuries to report, which is really great. Well, there was a little tussle going on in the middle there. I don't know if you saw that.
I missed that.
Miles just giving him a little jumper shove.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right, Sky. A lot of these players are absolutely gassed, and they can be forgiven. It's been a warm day. Jay Hillary comes out and takes the mark for the Tigers. Now, here they go. They don't muck around. They don't waste any time. Oh, well done. Getting back was Bill Hansen. And out wide to Joe Hansen. Back to Bill. So the brothers combine. Short kick. Finds Johnston. Johnston back to Joe Hansen. So good footy here to the half-forward flank. Bouncing ball. And now they have it, the Roos. And they swing around. Here's Ayres. Jordan gets it out the back to Jansen. Jansen, oh, that's a high ball.
He's cramped again.
Yeah, he has. Kelly drops it for the Tigers. That was Ben. Goes again. Ayres, his 2nd and 3rd efforts are fantastic. Weaves around. Has a shot. Snap. Sam Dunstan has taken the mark down forward. He'll kick a goal here. He'll kick their 5th.
Unbelievable play there by Ayres. That was just fantastic. And the persistence Corowa in their attack on the contest has not shied away at all today. They are still attacking the ball as hard as they can. And a really good opportunity and a well-deserved goal coming up here for Corowa.
Duncan cramping coming off as well.
Yeah, so Mick Duncan, he comes to the point. On goes Max Byrne. So Sam Dunstan here to give the Roos their 5th. Yeah, Jordan Ayres, how good was he?
Yeah, tenacious, wasn't it?
It was.
Tenacious.
Just kept grinding away.
Like that, Robbie?
Yeah.
And Sam Dunstan strolls into the river end. He'll pop this one through. Yes, has he? Just.
We snuck it in.
Yes, okay, it is a 6-pointer. 148-37 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. Last term brought to you by Matt Jack Sheds. Let's go back down to Sky.
Do you hear the delayed reaction by the crowd? They were waiting for that umpire to show.
Yeah. Theatre.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as he did, they all uproared. It's really great. Like this last quarter, I think Corowa have definitely evened it out a bit. It's great to see them staying in it and not hanging their heads. And for the score comparison, when you're watching, it really doesn't feel like that big a difference. It's still been a great game of footy to watch.
Yeah.
Poor old Scotty Jansen, he came off, had some pickle juice, gone back on, had a kick, and he just got that severe cramp. Have you ever been in a dam on the farm and you've been grabbed hold of by a yabby at the back of your leg?
It's a good description.
It's the exact same feeling.
A great
you just cannot get rid of that bloody yabby. And that's what poor old Janso was going through there. But he's gone back. He's made his way back towards the gold square.
Can't say I've been in that position, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, you haven't been in a dam on the farm.
You grew up in the city, mate.
City slicker.
Yeah, city slicker.
Just like Sky.
Get out in the farm, mate, and live a bit of Australian
Breathe
life.
a bit of the country
From the
air.
hills, mate.
Bloody oath. Leslie's good. Pumped at the half forward. Can they get back-to-back goals here? Will Unthank done a really good job off half-back. So's the man he gave the ball to. Tommy O'Brien pumps it long. Gutsy mark by Miles. Was tackled as he kicked. It still might work out okay. Tiziani, sweeping handball, found Garlett. Garlett goes short. Beautiful kick. Finds Braden O'Hara 50 metres out. He'll wheel around on his left. He'll give it a good crack from here. O'Hara from downtown. Conlon knocks it through. Cole behind, and Hennessy's there. He picks up the crumbs and slams it through for his third goal. And the Tigers have got 23. 23-16, 154. 5-7-37, the Roos.
Yeah, beautiful, Robbie. Sensational. So what a day it's been here at Corowa. Hey, they're finally back. And look, it's not the way they would have liked to return score-wise, but they can work forward from here, Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Lukey. And the biggest, we mentioned it before the game, the biggest result today is the fact that Corowa are playing footy again. So that's what we do have to remember. So it's a fantastic effort for them to even make the field. And a lot of these guys have never played footy together, and Albury have been together, this group, most of them, for years. So
that's it.
The scoreline you could almost see coming, but Corowa being competitive in most areas today.
Yeah, and back on the netball courts as well, led by that absolute star in Sophie Hanrahan. Okay, Miles here gets one off to O'Brien. They've both been great for their football club. They get it out wide here to Garlett. Bouncing ball. He gathers now in front of Jordan Ayres. Gets the ball inside to Page. And then on back to, O'Brien got brought down heavily. Play on. Page goes again. Now he's got Garlett. Gets it to him. Garlett on the right boot. Sends it inside 50. Oh, good mark from O'Hara. Just got rid of his opponent and Jason Marks, and he'll have a shot from about 25 to 30 out in the pocket here at the Bridge Road end.
Going to do a Harry Mackay, old days, old version of Harry, going to screw it around.
Yeah, the old Stevie J hook kick. Robbie?
Yeah.
Stevie J.
Panda was having a coffee with Stevie J this morning.
Was he?
Yeah, ran into him downtown in Wang.
Beautiful. There's Braden O'Hara, hooks it around, and I think he's missed that one across the face through for one behind.
I will just give you a little update, guys. One of the stars of the day, Lockie Tiziani for Albury, he has ice on the knee, so that's him done for the day.
Yeah, very interesting, Sky. Do you reckon that's precautionary, or do you reckon that's an injury?
Oh, precautionary. He seemed fine when he come off. You know, it's that time of the day. I reckon they've just pulled him off.
Great work.
So good grab there by Charlie McGrath. And he'll pump it back into half forward. Went through the big Izzy Muller. It was like the Skylab landing back in the, that might have been late 70s, early 80s. Down he went, and he's got up again. G's been good. I reckon he's nudging 3 votes today, Isaac Muller. I really do.
Very close. Sky's got a big decision ahead of her.
Elliot Powell has probably had mine at half-time. He's still been terrific, but here's Powell on cue. Here's O'Hara. He doesn't miss these. Left foot snap goal. That is Braden O'Hara, just at his best. He's so clever, reads the game, and he's one of the best finishers in the business. Braden O'Hara. So the Tigers stretch that out to 161 to 37 they lead.
Wow.
And Braden O'Hara has picked up, that was only his first goal for the day.
There you go, and he's been really good, Braden O'Hara, as well. But you mentioned the man there, Elliot Powell, just that innocuous sort of little tap on there for O'Hara to finish the goal, and he's been unbelievable all day, really. He's had 25 disposals, Elliot Powell. He's been fantastic all day. Definitely in the running for the best player. Sky's got that big decision to make, Lukey.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, Dan. Call team brought to you by McRae Motors this afternoon at John Ford Oval, the final turn for Mac Jack Sheds.
11 different goal kickers, Luke, for Albury.
11.
Yeah, it always helps out, doesn't it?
And that's the spread, Robbie.
Yep.
That is for sure. Here we go. Nathan Dunstan. And then got it to Leslie. Oh, Hillary nearly dragged that in. Masson Moyle goes. Duncan got rid of him. Byrne comes in, gets it back to Duncan. Left-hand hand pass to Jake Gaynor. On he runs. Short ball. Good to Fletcher Carroll. Just missed it in the end. Johansson lays it off. Coming through was Morton. Former Wagga Tiger gets it off to Leslie and then back into Dunstan, and they come wide to Morton. He gets the handball to Jordan Ayres.
Yeah, and Carroll in the background is down with cramp. So another one's gone down. Cramp. Mac Lavis inside forward 50. Sammy D.
That's him.
Has marked 45 out, and he'll go back and have a shot for his third goal. And Mac Lavis, I think he's going to come off with cramp too.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a battlefield out there at the moment, isn't it? They're going down everywhere.
It is. It is.
That's good. So in the shade here, in the pocket, if you're on the live stream, you'll be able to pick it up. It's a pocket of the ground here. The cover's around about 70 metres by 30 metres wide, and it's in the shade. A lot of the ball's been played down here for some strange reason this quarter, Luke.
It has, Robbie.
Smart footy. We've got a good look at this one. We're right behind it. Dunstan comes in. He's looking for his third goal. Beautiful kick, but it's just off the side of the boot. He didn't quite get the right spin on it, and it's through for a minor score. 2 goals, 2 for Sammy D for mine today. 2 goals free. He's had a few chances. And it's 38 to 161. Here's Luke Francis. We're working our way into it here. We've got about 10 minutes on the clock, I reckon, Luke.
Yeah, that's right, Robbie. So we were over the halfway mark in the final term. Here's Hillary. Back to game.
Oh, dropped it.
He has. Now he's in trouble. Gets it back to Hillary. Luckily, he came to help out. Called for backup, and it was there. Oh,
what a fist.
Unthank. Yeah, the big one on the Sharon, and it's gone out adjacent to the Tigers bench here, just down of our broadcast spot. Let's go to Mr. Daniel Vaccaro on the 40-week stat sheet.
Spud for all, he'll be happy with that.
Oh, delighted, Daniel.
Spoil, and yeah, Albury just continuing their great work. Jake Gaynor, 4 disposals this quarter on the 40-week stat sheet.
I thought the boundary umpires have been good today too, Luke. Their depth and their height has been excellent.
Yes, and a couple there's a young bloke out on the far side, or a couple of young blokes.
He's
good
a
on
gun,
them.
mate.
Yeah.
Absolute gun. Benny Kelly thumps that ball 30 metres. Tommy Forrest back on the ground. He gets a bit of a push there from Matty Walker, and a good grab taken by Bailey Pernag. They call for 50. Might have been a bit of mayo on that one.
Yes.
Jakey Gaynor's he's not a bad man. Here he is, Scotty Jansen, who's had issues with cramp, it'd be fair to say. And he's in the all clear as he kicks that one. Here's Dunstan again. Second grab at it. He might pick up the crumbs here. Dunstan, clever handball into space. Snapshot on goal by Jesse Johnson. Turned over there by chance here for Fletcher Hart. Quick kick. Found Elliot Powell. Powell's left handball is a beauty to McGrath. He got it on the Gilmore, and here comes Luke Francis to Garlett.
Yeah, Garlett, and then chips it over the top. Look at that to O'Brien. Now Muller's out. Gets it to him on the half volley. Back to Gilmore, and they go inside now. Here goes Jacob Page. What can he do? Ducking and weaving. He wants to come back broadcast side. Great vision. Now here's Walker. He's got some time. Forrest is right on his tail. Walker turns around, sends it inside 50. Beautiful. Beautiful footy. O&M footy at its absolute best into O'Brien, and he takes the mark 25 out, and they'll have a shot to the Bridge Road end.
Yeah, it's just Albury in a nutshell, isn't it? The way they worked it through the middle, the handball out there by Elliot Powell, and then Jeffy Gartlett to start that run up. So fantastic work there, and a great kick there by Robbie's man, Matty Walker.
Beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is Ovens and Murray football at its absolute optimum. Doesn't get any better than that. The ball movement was A-grade. First class, top shelf. Here's Tom O'Brien. Man on the mark, 25 out.
For 12 goal kickers?
A dozen, Robbie.
Yep.
And he steers it through. Beautiful. 167 plays 38 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. Final term brought to you by Matchak Sheds, and the NZ Albury time clock has gone 22 minutes. Here's Sky Burgess from the Newmarket.
It's that time of the day, isn't it, boys? We've also got Anthony Miles off now with ice on, so he's been off for quite a few minutes. So they're definitely starting to reserve those top-tier players and give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, great call there, Sky, getting them off and getting some ice and drinking the pickle juice, as Robbie likes to say as well. So great finish there by Albury, and they're just continuing their great work now. So it's 5-8-38. Corowa Rutherglen to Albury 26-17, 167.
See, back in the day, of course, as Muller takes the ball through the mid of the ground, picked up off half-back, clearing kick from behind McGrath. Good discipline. Robinson mops up for the Roos. Heiner Hennessy shaped to go a couple of ways. Now he floats a handball to Page. Page, he swiveled round one. Now he's got a bit of an issue. Goes to McGrath. McGrath in trouble. Got it back to Page. Page floats one to Kelly. Oh, Kelly, Wright was coming through very hard. Kelly picked him up and dumped him, and he got him a little bit too crudely. I think it was actually Bailey Pernag, the Penagster. And now he kicks it over there. He finds a teammate in Connor Leslie.
To Johnston. True half-back flank for the Roos. Steers one to Jansen. Good play this. On to Connor Leslie. Bill Hanson provided the Shepherd. Longmire just went underneath the ball. Here's Gilmore winning it for the Tigers. On to Fletcher. Carroll back to Gilmore. Gee, they do that so well off the half-back. The 1-2. They go to centre-half forward. Kelly over his head. Ran underneath the ball. Rory McKinlay enjoyed it. Here's Longmire. Jansen fumbling at ground level. Gets it out wide here to Joe Hanson. Now he's got a couple of options here. Pops it up. And then Sammy Dunstan couldn't quite get to it. Unthank's going to find the line here out of bounds, and that is a boundary throw-in. We'll go back down to you, Sky. Obviously, the air's gone out of this game, but both teams will have to run through to the finish line because we've gone 24 minutes.
Yeah, not long to go now. You can tell the boys are definitely feeling it, but at least it has cooled down a little bit from what it was at our half-time. That shade's certainly giving them some relief.
Well, we've still got the Western Sun on our backs up here, thanks, Sky, as it's pumped into half forward, into the top of the goals career, and a good mark taken there by Hart, Fletcher Hart, that is. Got it to Gilmore, who's had a big third last quarter. Maxi Burns kicks good, and Jeff Garlett's played well today. He's just had a real solid, clever game. Pops up the ball towards Braden O'Hara, who soccer style juggles it. Ends up back with Garlett. Now on to Tom O'Brien, who's nearly been best. I've got a few contenders, haven't I?
Yes.
But that's your job, Sky Burgess. Ben Kelly, beautifully weighted kick. A little pop over the top. Fletcher Carroll marks. He sees Jackson Kelly in the clear, and he's got Tommy O'Brien's going to come back for more. Back-to-back goals to Tommy O'Brien. He slams it through for the Tigers, 26-17, 173. And they lead the Roos 5-8-38. And Tommy O'Brien's getting a bit of reward for effort today.
He has been excellent.
Absolutely. He is pressing hard here for our anytime fitness.
It's definitely
hasn't cramped.
Hasn't cramped.
And it's an anytime fitness award.
No pickle juice for
Tommy.
Tommy.
You get where I'm coming from?
No pickle juice for Tommy.
No, doesn't need it.
No.
Old-fashioned style. Good on you, Tommy.
H2O.
Yeah, a bit of salt tablets.
Yeah, that's it.
He would have chewed half a dozen of them in at half time. Another 3 at three-quarter time.
Yep.
Away you go.
Away you go.
Simple game, Vaccaro. Now, are you confused?
Great radio this is.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't get better than this. Australian broadcasting at its absolute best. Inside 50 here. Powell, Johansson in pursuit of it. Ball finds the chalk in front of him and Braden O'Hara. And, hello. Is that deliberate?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, he called deliberate there.
I wasn't watching.
He pushed. He signalled. That's what he signalled for.
I was just checking something.
So the final siren's very close here. 173 plays 38 on the Wodonga Border Carpet scoreboard. We've got almost 27 on the NZ time clock in the final term at John Ford Oval. What a day it has been. So it hasn't gone via the script for the Roos as far as the scoreboard goes. But I tell you what, they're back. They are back, and that's all that matters.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Let's have a look. Burn. And then the Roos go forward.
Come on,
now. Here they go.
Oh,
gee. Spark. Ends up with Duncan. And there it is. So the Albury Tigers have run out very big winners in round 1 for 2024 in the O&M. 26-17, 173 to the Corowa Rutherglen Roos. 5-8-38 when it was all said and done. So, very interesting to see who Sky Burgess plucks out as our player of the day. Looking forward to that. It will be very, very interesting, Robbie. But I tell you what, we've seen a great game of footy.
Yeah, we have. I've been really enjoyed it. The skill level's been great. We saw a bit of cheek from Corowa Rutherglen in that first half. They had their moments. Across that first half, they probably had 15 minutes where they actually dictated terms in the game.
Yep.
Up against a really good side, a terrific side, Albury. I think they are a side that's coming right up there at the finish.
Exactly.
They'll have the runners up last year, just missed out, and they've got some good additions this side. They've got a few nice little sneaky ones there that we weren't thinking about too much. A very polished performance, 173-38, but the crowd was entertained, and it was a big crowd, 4,000 people there. And, at the end of the day, that's better than we saw last time. Easter Saturday in 2023, no one was here.
Yep.
No football, no netball. It was just a dead day. There's been a bit of spark brought back to this town, and the boys who played out there today, they're playing their part. It's a journey. It's not going to be decided in round 1, 2024. Let's hope we look forward and see maybe in 2 years, 3 years' time that this club is really playing hard for a spot in the finals. But it's got to start somewhere, mate. And it started here today, and good on them. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, well done. Well said, Robbie McKinlay. Couldn't agree more. That is it. So it is a journey. It's a good description. So Sky Burgess will go out and pluck out our anytime fitness player of the day. And my goodness, there's a myriad of names you could give it to. There's Panda Escott. He's heading out there as well.
Oh, he'll have his 2 bobs worth here. Don't worry about that. So Panda there's
just giving
things out.
A few words to Sky. So Here's Anthony Miles. He's heading out, I think, to thank the umpires.
Yeah, that's always a good move. But, yeah, that's the... Looking at the game, Dan, no real serious injuries to come out, which I think is really good.
No, we don't see none. And I think Sky touched on it before. A lot of guys were coming off and icing certain things that might be a bit sore. But apart from that, on a hot day, it's good to escape a lot of injuries. And, yeah, fantastic display by Albury.
So Sky very shortly will grab our player of the day. Dan, can you give us our inside 50s and marks inside 50?
That's where the game was won and lost, Lukey, if I'm being honest. 56 inside 50s for Albury to 35 for Corowa, but the difference was 26 marks inside 50 for Albury, which is a huge number.
Yeah.
And then Rutherglen only the 5 marks inside 50. So that's where the game was won. They went inside forward 50 a little bit, Corowa. They had 35 entries, which, you know, you've seen worse, but they just couldn't get their hands on the foot. They just couldn't get their hands on the footy inside 50.
Yep, very good. So Sky Burgess has gone to Lockie Tiziani, who was so impactful in this
good call.
round one game. So we'll just see if Sky can hear us. Yeah, I think she's going to. So here's Lockie coming this way, and as we said, was on the Giants list at one stage. Sky, will go down to you for our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day.
I do. I have him here with me, the man of Albury, number 13, Lockie Tiziani. Mate, you played an absolute amazing game. I guess the first thing I want to touch on is, how does it feel to be back at Corowa? You know, it's a big feat for a club to come back from nothing. How did it feel playing in this kind of atmosphere?
Yeah, no, it was actually a good game. Obviously, the crowd come out and supported Corowa, and it's I feel like we were lucky to play against Corowa in the return game, and the boys are looking good, and hopefully they have a good year. So no, it was good for them to come back.
Yes, great. And you also had a great game yourself, a handful of goals, and also I really respect, you know, you coming off and you did a few intercept punches and intercept marks. Was that something you're encouraged to do by coaching staff, or is that just your natural playing style?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, my pressure is my first, my main asset really, and if I'm pressuring, the goals come in the end. So I was just lucky to get on a couple of GPs at the end. So it was a good game by the boys.
We love to see it. Lastly, I'll just ask you, I did notice you come off kind of halfway through the last quarter and were icing. Is there any issue there, or just more preventative with the type of game it was?
Yeah, no, just hot day, cramping, and obviously with my background, I haven't played a lot of footy, so just a bit of precautionary, and I'm all good to go.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you get in there and celebrate with the boys, mate, but absolutely awesome game. It was great to watch. Congratulations.
Thank you for that. Cheers.
There we go. Good work there by Sky Burgess, speaking to our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, Lockie Tiziani, in his return to Ovens and Murray football. 4 goals, 1 for the day. A really good day's work. That little bit of noise you could hear in the background. There was a couple of dogs having a bit of blue out there, and
it's quite disturbing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was over a chip of all things, a potato chip. And anyway, a bulldog always beats a chihuahua in that situation, I found, and there's no different there today.
Great job there, Sky.
All
She did
right,
a great job.
Time to take a break. If you just joined us, the quick score was Albury 26-17, 173, defeating Rutherglen 5-8-38. When we come back, we're going to start chatting to coaches and players from both sides. Let's get the real story behind the players. Even though the Rutherglen side didn't win today, it'd be great to get a bit of insight from a few of those players and coaches, just what it was like out there. We said before the game, win or lose, they've already had a win, and we've been absolutely privileged to be here. Terrific game of footy on O&M Live. You won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.